And hello, everybody. Welcome. We're having a supplemental that time of the month. Unfortunately, Sweet could not be with us tonight, but you know, we do what we can with what we got, and what we got are some lovely ladies. We've got Manya over on the side there with her fancy new headset and her fancy new chair, and we got Nikki down below there with her lovely nails, and I just realized I need to turn my fan off so there's not an obnoxious buzzing going on. One moment while these lovely ladies tell us how they are.
I'm fantastic. Welcome everybody. Let's have some fun. Nikki, how you doing, girl?
Hello. I'm all right. I have a headache again, but you know, I've just been getting those recently a lot.
Oh, feels bad,
Save
man.
me.
We'll help you get distracted from it.
Right. It's my teeth. My wisdom teeth are coming in, and they just it causes nerve headaches. And
Well-
while we do this, I'll be doing my nails. Hopefully, if this actually comes off.
Well, at least it's not Kofefe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's not Kofefe.
Didn't you used to work, or weren't you working at a cafe too?
Me? No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Well, whatever.
I wish.
Ooh.
You know,
Cafes are
cafes are
nice.
good.
I used to work in a cafe once upon a time
Yeah.
when I was 16,
They're
which
super
is
chill.
last year or the year
Quiet.
before. I can't quite remember.
Last year, yeah. You're saying they were not paying you the livable wage. Yeah.
When were they ever paying a livable wage? Not my
Seriously.
lifetime.
Oh, New Zealand though is aiming towards this government is aiming towards trying to push towards livable wage. I think so, which is around 21 per hour. It's right now at 19 per hour. In every financial quarter, they increase it by a few cents, like 75 or 50 cents. So yeah,
Ours
they're
got-
pushing it towards that.
Ours got boosted to 15 in Ontario, and that
Okay.
was a year or two ago. I'm not sure if it's 15 wasn't supposed to be the stopping point. It was supposed to be like a boom, boom, boom. But I think it's been at 15 for a little while now. Like with all the stuff that's been going on, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's where
Yeah,
we're
it
at.
should
The
be
United
livable
States
wage.
is very, very much behind that. The federal is 746, I think.
Behind the curve, as it were.
Yep. Statewide is different. For example, Colorado right now minimum is $12.
That's rough, buddy. I am interested to see what happens if and when America ever jumps its pay, like if it starts trying to fix their pay gap and they jump minimum wage up to like $15 to $18 an hour, how that's going to affect the Canadian economy, because our economies are so close together, like physically also, to see what happens to the Canadian economy, because that's gonna like blow some things out of the water. But we're not here to talk economics this time.
Nope.
I'm sure we will at some point. However, we're here to have a little bit of a good time, because we got some incel stuff that I've been collecting. And ooh, some of it's spicy. You guys may remember a couple of months ago I went over the incel terminology, which I'm sure the two of you are quite familiar with. If you are not familiar with incel terminology, you're probably going to see some of it here. I recommend checking out that video when you get an opportunity, just in case you need some kind of context.
Cool.
So,
Alrighty.
I will now I'm already sharing screens. You guys can see that, yeah?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Yes.
All right, I am going to blow myself up, move myself over here. I'm getting better at this and a little bit faster at it. We're getting there. We're
That's
getting
cool.
there. I should probably
You're
just...
using OBS, right?
We'll
Yeah.
find it eventually.
Nice.
Maybe
Yeah, I
I
find
should
it
set it
very
up as a separate window, because right now like I can like swap and make it blue, but maybe I should make it one of these so I just have to click over and there's a transition and my camera is smaller and off to the side. The problem is like I never know where everybody's gonna go on the right hand side, so it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah.
But that's okay for now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So ignore the one on the right for now. We're focusing on the one on the left. We'll get there.
Yeah, I was reading the one on the right and I was like, huh?
Yeah. Well, before everybody jumps ahead. This is what I used for the terminology, by the way. Incel terminology, manosphere glossary, and incel forums term glossary. Those are linked. I could if you'd like. Yeah, if you guys are. I don't know if all these links still work. It's been a little while, but as far as I know, they still do. So you guys can let me know if they don't. If they no longer work, I apologize.
We got Mike in the chat. We got Duel in the chat. Smitty, Sirius, Ilya.
We got all the cool kids. We're the cool kids club now.
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right. You ready for the first one?
Let's go.
Well, maybe if you tried dating the nice guy instead of friend-zoning him for attention and favors, you wouldn't get fuck-zoned. Essentially, like, girl wanted to have sex with a guy or girl is only being used for sex. Could be either way. Dude who thinks it's insulting to be friend-zoned obviously don't know how it feels to be fuck-zoned. Is the possibility of us fucking really my only worth to you? Lamal, learn how to be friends with people.
Yep, that's an incel. Whoever suggested that.
One of the things that is a bit of a pet peeve of mine is I hate when oh, we lost Nikki. Oh shit. I hope her phone didn't die.
Oh man.
One of my pet peeves is when people act like they're going to be friends with you and want to be friends with you and say they're going to be friends with you, and then they're actually only really friends for you because they have alternative motives. Alternative motives? Ulterior motives. There we go. Thank you. Ulterior motives. And so like it's fine if you start being friends with somebody with the idea that you want to get together with them or you're interested in them, but if they're not interested, either accept it and move on, or be friends with people. Like why do you gotta be a dick about it? You're not getting friends with assholes. Why are you always
horny? Like why?
Kawasa for 10 says cool kids are cool with a K. Yeah. What is it? Kewl? Cool?
Cool.
Interior motives.
Interior, ulterior.
There wasn't too much to say about that one. I just thought it was funny.
It's so sad. Like some guys can't. I don't know why they're raised that way, or it's like that's what they have absorbed from their environment, but like, or they've decided themselves maybe that all they're thinking, and like it says that they can't see women as friends for some reason, and they make it an issue of pride if a woman says like, oh, I don't want to have sex with you. Why is sex so important? I don't get it.
Because it feel good.
Because it feel good. You said that. What was that?
Self-help yourself if you're so desperate.
Were you saying that women aren't viewed as human?
Me?
Yeah, like objects of
honestly,
desire.
There's this. So many people refer to women, in their existence. I don't know how to phrase this, but people seem to only refer to women as their ability to produce offspring and also give pleasure. And a lot of times there's really no deference between them, because it's just that you want to fuck them or you want to do other things. Oops, I said the F word. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, not the F word. We're ladies. We can't talk like that.
Exactly. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that wasn't ladylike.
So something that I think we should be clear about when we do these incel episodes, this is obviously not men. This isn't every man. This isn't every one that we're referring to. These are specifically the people that we're talking about in these each individual posts. It doesn't even apply to all incels. It applies to a very loud group within the incel community. And they're obnoxious jerks about it. So that's the perspective we're
and
coming
not just
from.
obnoxious jerks, they're scary.
These
people scare us, like, legitimately. Like, we can make fun of them all day, but honestly, at the end of the day, these are the type of people that drive their cars or their vans into groups of people to kill Chads and Stacys.
Spoiler alert, we'll get there. We haven't gotten to that one yet.
Right.
We are not like asking, we are not saying punish them for thought crimes, but you're saying that there's something wrong with that line of thinking. That's what we're trying to point out, and we're trying to point out what's wrong with that line of thinking. Maybe give a chance to retrospect and improve, modify your thinking, if possible.
Yep. So, let's check this out. Main comment. I'm a cam girl of 6 years. I have been asked if I worry about being stretched out. And had to explain that's not really a thing. Then there's something that's blacked out. It says, generally, somebody asked, essentially, genuinely thought, or a guy genuinely thought all women could lactate on demand. I'm pretty sure it says, I was asked to lactate. A guy genuinely thought all women could lactate on demand. Anal. Oh my god, straight men don't understand anal. When I tell them I have to prep, they are genuinely confused. For real?
I literally just had a conversation with my boyfriend, not my partner, my boyfriend. And he was like, oh, why do you go to blah, 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 talking about anal? And I was like, well, first of all, it has to feel okay down there because it hurts. And then he just said some really stupid things. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's always the chance that...
I'm just making, fun of the guys who get surprised when you tell them.
No, really?
I thought you were, actually asking. I almost mansplained anal, too. Right, and I was just like, well, I have to kind of feel in the mood for it because, no matter how careful you are, no matter what, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
It hurts your back, man. It puts a pressure on that little itty bitty cockly, whatever bone is that pointy bone that was supposed to be your tail. It hurts there. Fuck.
Yeah. It's not just that. I mean, there's the pulling of the skin, I have really tight skin. If you look at my skin, it doesn't really pinch very well.
Oh.
It's because I have collagen in my skin. I have a ton of collagen, so
I don't know why
it's really tight skin, so it hurts when you try to stretch it and stuff. So.
Okay, I'm getting burned up.
It's all gonna be different for each.
I need to move away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Each woman is gonna be different. But can we focus on this lactating bit for a second? I was asked to lactate. A guy genuinely thought all women could lactate on demand. You can't even lactate on demand when you're pregnant. You don't have a choice in the matter. It's either happening or it's not. You can use a pump, but that's.
But that's also
not how this
painful,
works.
And that's.
Yep.
That's not how this works.
That only happens around pregnancy or when you have given birth. It doesn't happen 2 years after you've had a kid. Lactate now. And you're like, what the fuck?
Right, so not only does this only happen in a short frame of time around a pregnancy, but also, even when you're pregnant, it's not on demand. It's not when you decide to. The whole point of pumps is so that way, in case you aren't ready to feed your kid, you have extra, or if your boobs start to hurt, you can empty them. There's no... So what are you talking about?
Oh my god. Have any of you ever felt a boob that's full of milk?
No.
It's horrifying. It feels like a dense like a cloth filled with sand.
It's like hefty and then
because the mammary glands are those small sacs, right?
Yeah,
so they will feel they'll poke at your skin.
Yeah.
fuck?
Lactate on
It
demand.
hurts.
Oh, look,
I'm
Mom's
not
in the
the-
house. Hey, babe.
Listen, I'm not the.
You just gotta go.
Believe it or not, women are not the fucking frosty machine at Wendy's, assholes.
Yeah.
No, they're not
I
the
say
McDonald's.
that-
I can't even do
No,
that.
I specified the Wendy's machine because you know that the McDonald's machine isn't working.
It's
Hey,
being
where I
cleaned,
work,
okay?
it works.
Or
Okay?
it's being cleaned.
No. Where I work, it works.
I mean, to be fair, the
Definitely.
McDonald's machine would be more accurate because it's definitely not on demand. Alright.
Like, dairy cows don't even lactate on demand either. Like, that's why we have to
Right.
keep impregnating them, you know?
Wow, yeah,
Right.
that's sad, right? That's why I realize why some people don't drink milk, like the dairy milk, because they're so close to the ground and they know what's really happening in the background and they feel I don't know, I tend to ignore that part, like
Yeah.
that they keep them impregnated and they just
Yep.
pump them up with hormones so
Yeah.
they keep lactating. And then somebody, I don't know if it
And
was
then they
PETA
steal
or-
their babies. They
Yeah.
steal their babies and they
Yeah.
put the little babies in these tiny little cages, and those babies are then sold for veal if they're
That's where
lucky.
you get veal from, yeah.
Or they're murdered if not. If they're a male cow, they're,
Dex Luther
Yeah,
for
wow.
10 says
Real.
you can stimulate lactation if you suck on a nipple for a while.
Huh?
Even men can do this and induce lactation. It takes time and planning, but it can be done. Please make a video
talking about the-
please make a video of you doing this
No.
and tell us how long it took, because you're probably gonna have to time lapse it. Because
Yeah, no.
And did the
Stimulation-
woman that you worked with, did she kid or had a pregnancy or something like that? Maybe.
well, they're
Maybe
saying that even
plays a
men
role?
can do
Men
it,
can
like
do it.
men can lactate. So please do this
And that's-
experiment. Post it, link it in the comment section, and we will watch it live. Please do this.
Yes. Yes, please.
We will give you a
With
standing
your own
ovation.
breath, sir.
It will be amazing.
Well, yeah.
I'll give you a crisp $5 bill.
Ah, there you go. So,
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Alrighty.
let's
next.
keep going.
What-
You'd be surprised how many men believe women can come on demand or come within 3 minutes of stimulation.
Prodigy. I blame porn for that. I blame porn for that. The unrealistic porn videos for that, because in that they do show that you wanna come, go ahead, come right now, and then the woman goes and
Would
then
it-
and
Well,
Would
that's
it be-
different.
Would it be wrong of me to say that I don't blame porn for that, although that probably, because porn is a fantasy, but I blame people who don't
Okay.
understand that porn is a fantasy when you can't
difference
differentiate.
between the fantasy and the real life. Yeah, yeah.
If you can't
yeah. See?
differentiate between the two, I think that's your own fault.
Yeah. I think so. We did have a conversation about that on another topic a few days ago, didn't we, Shesh? I think so when I posted some screenshots.
Dex
About a
Luther,
conversation I had.
yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Well,
Good.
that
Yeah,
whole
so-
Christy
yeah, I agree with
Santiago's
you.
here!
described, though.
Sorry, I interrupted again. I got
That
really
whole thing
excited
you
about live
described,
chat.
Anya,
Sorry.
that whole thing you described is it's actually a fetish. It's part of the BDSM stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
it
know.
literally, it takes literally months at least to get to that level. Like, there are people who can come on demand, but they literally have to work at it for
It's
months
training.
and months and months.
They gotta be like Goku, alright? You can't do
And
the
it has to be,
Kamehameha on
actual
demand
training.
until you spend
Super
months of
Saiyan.
training. Yeah, exactly. Christy Santiago is here, and she said, also, hi, Christy. Adoptive parents can
Hey.
breastfeed their adoptive baby. It takes hormones and suckling every single day, every 2 to 3 hours for 24 hours a day until the milk shows and the
wow.
baby is there to continue.
Yep.
Oh.
That's what I said. I'm not. This is what I was saying to Dex, who also said it can be done. Look it up. It's scientific fact. I'm not saying it's not scientific fact. I want you to demonstrate it to us and show it. I'm soliciting you for essentially a video to demonstrate your claim of some dude sucking on another dude's boob until milk is produced and show us how long it takes. So this seems like an experiment you could do at home. Although Christie's point is that it does require hormones, so I'm not sure how that how that would apply to Dex's claim. So we'll see. We'll go from there.
Yeah, we might discover something new. Oh well. I just saw Ilya say that what was that? She said something. I blame the women who fake orgasm. Lol.
It's like, listen, I'm just gonna fake this and get off of me.
Get away. Enough for the day. I'm not in the mood.
Helios says you can make men lactate, but you need them to produce prolactin, which men do not normally do. So you have to dose them with a drug that I can't pronounce. Doperidone? I don't know if I said that correctly.
Domperidone.
And Todd, thank you. And Todd says, don't fake orgasms. It's disingenuous and not nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I'm so sorry that society teaches us we should.
Oh.
Yeah, that
it's
our
both.
worth is that we should not friend zone, because that's all our worth is, that we should fuck all the guys.
Don't be friends with any men.
Okay. Don't ever be friends with men.
Here's the
Don't
thing.
ever do that.
One,
Kino
yes,
Browner.
you shouldn't. Hi, Kino.
Sorry. Yeah, they raised a very interesting point. If you would
I still
like to
lactate,
read
and
it.
it's been 27 years since I had my last baby. The doctor said it's the vitamins I am taking at this time. Interesting.
Interesting. Wow.
So, first off, don't fake orgasms. Second off, don't be in a relationship where you feel like you need to fake orgasms.
Yeah.
Sit down and have that conversation.
Like,
all right.
Hey, bro, to come, I need you to punch me in the face. So.
I mean, that happens sometimes. My biggest pet peeve is when guys get mad at me for using lube. One, a wet vagina does not mean it is aroused. 2, a dry vagina does not mean it is not aroused. 3, silicone toys are extra harsh on the skin and dry you out. Now you know.
Yeah.
Don't be so proud or ego-driven about sex that you don't want to use lubrication. Dear God,
Please.
Why would you want to hurt your partner?
Yeah, and there are actually tools also that now help with, because some women, they experience pain on penetration, right? So there are tools to help women with that too. Use them. You should be like feeling proud of yourself if your partner's like, oh man, you helped me out, and I'm
now everyone's happy.
Yeah. What's the problem? Like, God, I thought it was about what your partner, about your partner also experienced. It takes two to tango, isn't it?
Why can't everyone be happy? I don't know. Reasons. This is why we can't have nice things. Because here's the comment that got left underneath this. Yeah, stretching out is a real thing. If you continue to use larger and larger toys, your vagina will inevitably get looser, and it will never get as tight again. Never! I'm not sure if surgery would fix that, but that's a fact. You always know that something is a fact when somebody says that's a fact at the end of whatever they said. I'm a dom and use many sex toys with my partners, and it's empirical. So let's drop the misconceptions. So you've been measuring your partner's vagina. Okay, how far? Oh, there's okay. Oh my God.
Let's put it on the chart.
Yesterday
it was 16.05. Today it's 16.75.
They've been using a string that they
measure it again.
They've been using a string that they marked with a marker on a ruler.
Yep.
Okay.
Like on the door
There we
jam,
go.
like when you're growing up.
Out, it was 15.05.
There's okay.
It's 25. You have been a naughty girl.
training yourself and practicing with larger and larger toys means that your vagina will have an easier time stretching to a larger and larger degree. But it still goes back. It doesn't not go back.
It pushes out a human and goes back to normal. What the fuck are you talking about toys?
God.
There is some
At some point.
There's just some into that because of the scar tissue, but yeah.
Yeah. At some point, we should have a discussion about the husband stitch when women have babies. Have you heard of that?
I'm sorry, the what now?
The husband stitch.
What is this?
Do it now. The husband stitch. So, when women give birth, doctors will go up to the husband and ask them if they want to put a little extra stitch down there for the dad. And they literally stitch the women up 1 to 2 more stitches more than they should to keep it tighter for the husband. And this causes severe health problems later on in life.
That's like female genital mutilation kind of thing.
That is. No, that's not kind of. That is what that is. That is without the consent of the woman changing their genitals for no medical purpose.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't want to talk about that. That sounds terrible.
Oh god, it gives me. Oh god, I'm going to have nightmares now thinking about. Oh dear.
Oh my god, I would legitimately commit murder.
Honestly.
If somebody did that to me, I would be like, "I'm sorry, excuse you," and then I would sue.
Don't you approach my husband?
I would sue. Well, okay, well that would be 1, immediate grounds for divorce. 2, I'm taking all of your shit and you get nothing. And 3, I'm suing that doctor for malpractice.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Like it's been a thing that they've been doing for years. And women are just now going to gynecologists and figuring out why they cannot have sex with their husbands anymore because
the women didn't even know and were like, what the fuck? Because of course they took advantage of the most.
They had a baby and somehow that messed them up. But no, it's these disgusting.
And so they get
doctors.
And the men don't fucking fess up, so they get gaslit. And then on top of it, you've got you've got.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, we'll do an episode on this at some point. It'll probably be a halftime of the month. Fuck's sakes. And of course they're taking advantage of like one of the most vulnerable times in a woman's life.
Oh yeah.
Pregnancy causes PTSD. Like, what do you do? Okay, we're moving on. I can't. Nope.
Okay.
next. Get me out.
Pull me out of this well.
Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna get in trouble for saying? Am I gonna get in trouble for?
Hey, nice nails.
Aww. Very nice.
So there's moon and star, is it? And it's
it's just stars and like little circles.
Am I gonna get in trouble if I say I'm gonna hit the abort button? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Okay. So.
I won't make you be in trouble.
Ooh. Maybe I want to be in trouble. Okay. I love the chaos. In my early 20s, I used to have a bunch of resentment toward the girls that weren't interested in me back in the days when I was into anime and rock music. I thought they just didn't like nice guys. Then I saw a pic of myself from back then and I was ugly as fuck, looked musty, and had a silk dragon printed button up. So yeah, my bad.
Wow, that's self-realization right there.
Right?
Holy cow.
This is how easy it is to not be a dick about, having an awkward phase, because it's nobody's fault that you had an awkward phase. Everybody has an awkward phase. Some people are more awkward than others.
Yep. I also admit that I used to be an asshole, and I used to judge women by their clothes. I used to do that. I was an asshole. Was. Maybe still a little bit, but not in that way. Alright, let's do this.
When we're teenagers.
Yeah.
Oh, right? Fuck being a teenager, man. I thought I'd put, like, at least
up.
one positive story in here where somebody was like, yeah, no, my bad. He's been friends
Sorry,
with me and my
ladies.
boyfriend for 3 years until tonight. Hey,
Oh,
what are
I'm-
you
I'm
doing
like-
tonight? Want to talk? Watching TV. So talk to me, cutie. Cutie?
She's
My
watching
boyfriend
TV.
doesn't... My boyfriend doesn't like that. You know it. I'm not talking to your boyfriend, I'm talking to you. He doesn't need to know, right? Goofy fucking silly face with teeth sticking out? I don't know this emoji, but ugh. I've shown these messages to my boyfriend and we both want you to stop. What the fuck? I was just being nice. and trying to talk. Like, smack my head or shake my head. I can't believe I put myself out there and I get fucking treated like this. I hope he fucking beats you and you realize what an asshole you are. Don't come crying to me later. Dude, calm down. Don't text me again. I don't want it. Jesus, you're insane and blocked. ... Screw you. I'm laughing now. You and name are a joke. Has been friends with me and my boyfriend for 3 years.
That was a short streak.
3 years.
Wow.
Hi, AT2. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, so here's the thing. This dude contradicts himself in his own paragraph, right? I was just being nice and trying to talk. I put myself out there. Were you putting yourself out there? Or were you just trying to talk?
What were you doing? Decide? Oh god. It's like, and then he says, "Oh, I hope he like."
He doubled
hurts
down. He doubled down on the flirting. Cutie, my
can't
boyfriend doesn't
believe,
like that. You know it. He doesn't need to know. Wink.
Wow. I know. I bet you what you would have done if she had responded, like, even with like, oh yeah, even she would have responded in a flirty, when people like make fun and and make fun of flirtation, right?
Hey,
They do
cutie.
that in
Oh,
the-
hey, darling. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have gone to his boyfriend to her boyfriend, and he would have said, "Look, your girlfriend is a skank and a slut." He would have done that. Like he's that kind of an imbecile. I should say that. Wow. Ugh. And
I was talking.
And then he hopes she gets hurt.
He might
Wow.
he might have done that with like the thought in his mind to break them up and her not finding out that he's the one who said that to him and then see if he could catch her on the rebound. I've seen shit like that before.
Oh yeah.
That's not
I'm your
uncommon.
friend. You can cry on my shoulder, but hey, how about we have some sex before that?
Right.
Before, during, after,
Yeah.
sex
Whenever you're ready.
pulls. And of course then he's like, I hope you get physically injured.
Oh wow.
Not even that. That he hopes that the boyfriend that he's friends with too hits her.
Right,
And
he
he's
wants
standing
his
up for his
friend
girlfriend.
to abuse his girlfriend, yes.
Wow.
So gross. Honestly.
Ugh. All right.
Okay. A man threatened to rape me. People keep telling me not to make him angry. Long story
You go
short,
offload on that man. Seriously.
a local long-term criminal caught doing criminal things by my husband. Criminal retaliated by telling husband he's going to break in tonight and rape me. I was not present. The police say this means the threat doesn't count and they won't do anything. Adding insult to injury, people keep telling me to make sure I don't make this guy angry, like I need to placate this human trash.
Honestly.
Wow.
Who refuses to grow up, get a job, and instead gets by stealing and threatening rape when caught. Like, how the actual fuck did his feelings become my problem? I get that some of this has been said out of concern for me, but it's so fucking backwards. Backwards
think
is
it's
a good
in
term.
third world country. I think so. It's from my country. Like
No,
this
that
shit
sounds like an American thing.
Oh,
Legitimately.
really?
Why not
Oh,
both?
yeah.
America
No,
definitely
seriously.
has some
I
third
say
world
this shit all the
problems.
time.
First world and third world countries. How about that?
The United States isn't a first world country. We try to
it's like-
think we are, but we're
In
not.
some aspects, I would agree with that.
We have normalized controlling the victim so much that we have stopped holding the actual fucking morons who make the threats responsible. Like we are so used to like, oh, if we control the victim we can protect the victim, in that way. You're so into that now. We have just become desensitized that there's a moron that's actually threatening violence. Like maybe start from there.
I mean, Nikki ran into this on Twitter. By the way, if you don't follow us on Twitter, links are in the description, and you totally should, because I guarantee you, if you want a shit show, it's a shit show.
It's
Nikki,
a shit show.
you recently ran into a problem where you said that you were essentially saying that don't call it child prostitution because a child cannot consent to prostitution. It's child rape. You have raped a child. They are they are children. And somebody came back to you saying, "Hey, don't use the word rape. You might trigger somebody." Fucking
They're
what?
saying that they changed these words so that so to not trigger people. But no, it's literally just a way to invalidate what the victims are going through.
Yeah.
Well, that and on top of it, it's like, oh, here you've got somebody who's a victim. Treat them with kid gloves. You can't talk to them like they're a regular person, because all they are to you is a victim. Or on top of that, the other option is that the victim is so incapable of understanding that they get triggered and bothered by this that they don't know well enough to not enter the conversation or leave a conversation that's going to bother them. That's a you problem. Curate your own shit.
Treat them as humans by making sure that you are acknowledging what actually happened with them, instead of trying to like put a way on it. Stop. You will actually respect the victims by not treating them as children or with glove hands.
But we know what people do when I mean firsthand between all of us. We all know what happens when people who are totally for victims' rights talk to victims.
Yeah, they treat them like as if victims don't know what they went through.
They encourage revenge porn.
It's so delicate, it's so fragile.
Or they encourage revenge porn.
Oh yeah, wow. Well,
okay.
Give me a headache.
Everybody's gonna have a headache by the end of this. This shit's cringy as shit. Alright. My friend's a rapist, and I'm overreacting.
Holy cow! And it's not the word R that triggered me. It's the whole thing. Overreacting.
Yeah, you're not triggered yet. I wouldn't call that triggered. I don't know exactly why I'm posting this here, but it's probably due to my anxiety surrounding the situation. I know what I did was right, and I have no regrets, but it sucks to have to lose a friend group by deciding I don't want to be friends with a rapist. Several of my friends recently told me that one of our friends is a rapist. The information was delivered with a flippant remark, apparently seeking to make comedy out of a tragedy. The rapist fed a 4'11" tall, 90-pound girl. Is this about me? Hold on. Wait a second.
Oh dear.
I'm not even 4'11".
We need to
I'm
have
kidding.
a discussion.
Listen, I'm not even 4'11", okay? I'm compensating in this. The rapist fed a... I think I got her. Oh
my god. Oh, you got me. Yeah.
The rapist fed a 4'11" tall, 90-pound girl 7 shots throughout the course of a night and escorted her back to a friend's house. The rapist lost his virginity by raping a woman. The aforementioned joke all centered around the rapist's question, quote, "Is it normal that she couldn't keep her legs open?" End quote. No, it's not. If she is unconscious, whether for the entirety of the crime or waking in and out of a nightmare, it is rape. If she is drunk, she cannot consent. This is what I said as my male friends laughed uncomfortably, waiting for the punchline of a joke that was not coming. No, I don't weigh 90 pounds. I'm a little bit heftier than that. My ass is too big. Did you tell him it was rape?
She got that caboose, though.
95% of my body is ass. Think about what that means since you've seen me from here upwards. Did you tell him it was rape? Question mark. I asked my friend, a man I previously dated for 3 years, a man I thought was an ally. Quote, I told him it was wrong, end quote.
What?
Wrong is running a red light, cheating on a test, lying to your parents. Rape is rape. Wrong does not begin to encompass the evils of rape. I left group chats and snaps, choosing my morality over my desire to please others. I am not a martyr or hero. The decision came as easily as my repulsion. Refusing to be friends with a rapist is the barest of human decency. Quote, why did you leave the group? A male friend messages. Quote, I don't want to associate with a group that tactily supports a rapist by staying quiet, end quote, I respond. Quote, you know that's not the case, but is that all that makes you want to leave? I wouldn't stop you from making a decision based on what you think, but I'd also miss talking to you when we're all together and stuff. And I guess I want to make sure you're doing okay outside of that. His message burned fire in my veins. Of course there must be something else wrong with me. My reaction must be clouded by volatile emotions. Are you sure you want to die on this hill? You'll lose friends. I'd miss you, but I'd choose being friends with a rapist over being friends with you.
You.
That's not rape. That's a mistake. I can hear his hollow arguments echo in my empty mind. This was a man I was close with, a man who is a gender studies minor. But practicing allyship proves complex when the rapist is not a name or a hashtag, but your friend. The women in my friend group are proud of me. They support my decision. They told the rapist what you did was wrong and serious, between shots of vodka and pulling a blunt. Quite the court was held, I'm sure. The Snapchat stories of rolled back eyes and giggling would be the ideal environment to confront a rapist. A rapist you drink with, a rapist you smoke with, a rapist you've shown will have no consequence for his actions. But after all, if your friends always want to get fucked up together, they don't actually love you. They love the space you create in a room while they chase pleasure. Taking the oxygen into your lungs makes their suffocation slightly better. If you read this far, thank you. Thank you for listening to a story I wish I didn't have to tell.
Wow. That's
Welcome,
awesome.
Molly.
So,
what was that? Gender studies minor?
Yeah, the guy
Seriously?
yes. Okay.
Wow.
Here's the thing. There's a question in here that's a really important question that's buried inside of this text, and it's, according to this story, it seems like the guy never did any time and never actually got reprimanded for any degree.
Lost his virginity, as if that matters. Like,
right?
he raped a woman, period. It doesn't matter what happened to his virginity. I don't care if he burns himself doing that.
So I have
Fucking moron.
I have a question that this begs. If you serve your time, and if you are held accountable for your actions in this circumstance, Are you allowed back in society, and should you be treated as a human being?
It depends. Are you going to
Assuming
are you
that
like
you're
are
not
you
doing it
capable
again.
to do it again? Do you possess that capability?
Assuming, yeah, I'm willing to bank the assuming that as far as anybody knows, you have been reformed.
Well, yes, I would agree. I believe in reformation.
So, if that was the case and this person served their time, do you think this woman would be correct in her actions or incorrect in her actions?
She would be justified to not stay friends with him. I would understand her, but to actually, like, I don't know.
No, it depends.
I mean,
the guys haven't told her that this guy has done his time or something like that. They're just saying that she's overreacting just on the basis of what information has been given to her. She's not reacting on the basis of that information. She's reacting quite appropriately, actually. But maybe if she knew that the guy has already done his time, and if she still wanted to leave the group, that's her prerogative. If she doesn't feel safe and she still thinks if she doesn't believe in reformation and she wants to leave the group, that's fine. There's no need to gaslight her for what she feels.
You can believe in reformation and still choose not to be friends with a rapist.
Yeah, completely.
Like, that's just your personal choice in the situation.
Yeah, you can't control what the other person feels. You can't.
And I wouldn't hold it against her either.
No, I won't go gaslight it. I won't hold it against them. I would say, okay, I respect your decision. And if there is more to the story, like Shesh is saying, that the guy has served his time and shit, maybe then let them know that why I am choosing to stay here in this group is because I believe this guy is reformed. He's done his time. He realized his mistake, and I would like to treat him as a human, of someone who's a part of society now, who might actually realize and help other people realizing of what's wrong with what he did, or what and if someone decides to copy him, So yeah, I think so. That's how it should be done about.
So I have
do
a
believe
thing.
in reformation.
I have a very strong stance in one portion of this, and it is the humans deserve to be treated as humans, period. End of sentence. Yeah. You are a human being. It does not matter what horrible shit that you have done. Hitler was a human being, deserves to be treated as a human being. Gandhi as a human being deserves to be treated as a human being. Every single one of us are humans and deserve to be treated as such. However, the people who dehumanize are part of the problem, because now you're not accepting that this horrible shit that happens in nature, happens with humans. It is a thing that happens, period. It'd be great to minimize it as much as possible, but it is something that happens, and that horrible thing is part of human nature. Murder is part of human nature. Torturing children is part of human nature, because humans are fucking awful.
Yeah.
Humans are shitty.
Yeah.
Surprise! To the surprise of fucking nobody, humans are fucking shitty. We need to accept that humans are shitty before we can move forward from humans being shitty, and how to assess that. If you decide to be like, you know what, if they're a rapist, they're not human, how are you going to move forward? You're never going to be able to solve the problem.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
You don't help anybody in that case. Right?
Yeah, if you start dehumanizing... Okay, there's already a rape victim who was dehumanized, right? And because she was treated as an object to satisfy, sexual urge, and her bodily autonomy was violated. Now you are saying that two wrongs make a right by dehumanizing the person who did it, right? Especially after they have done their time and they're out in the society now trying to fit in, right? So yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, according to me. But yes, justice and help for both the victim and the one who did it is warranted.
Here's the thing.
I would actually,
At the end of the day,
I would actually be that rather than my so if I was abused, I would want my abuser to realize their mistake rather than torture them for eternity. I would rather them have them. What I did was wrong. It was the shittiest thing. What I did. I'm sorry. I will do my time as required by the society. I'll stay away from the society. I'll try to do something good in that time, and I will be back, and I will try to, you know, not. I'll try to be a good model citizen after that. That's what I would actually appreciate. But yes.
Yeah. At the end of the day, people are people. If you do not recognize that these people are people, then you're not going to be able to either vindicate the victims, nor serve justice properly, nor you'll either overextend or underextend. If you're underextending and you're dehumanizing the victims and you're taking away from the crime that was committed, or if you're overextending and saying, you know what, this person can never be better, this person can never be reformed, this person can... If that's the case, then remove them from society in their entirety, but accept that as society, accept that that's the decision that society has made. Then make that decision. Don't pussyfoot around it. It's one, you don't get to like play games with this shit. This shit's important.
Yeah. That's why in quotes, like, I think so, it's also taken into account whether you're remorseful about something or not. That you have been accused of, whether how remorseful you are about that crime that you have committed. That's important. Yes, the victim can take their time, or they might not accept that remorse at all. But you don't, as I said before, two wrongs don't make a right.
Helios for 5 says, sadly, if you were to switch the genders of the victim and perp here, it becomes a publicly acceptable joke currently. It's a joke on How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, that's bullshit. It shouldn't be. Here's the thing. I have a special category for comedy. Comedy exists in its own bubble. Now, shitty comedy is shitty. A bad joke is a bad joke. And that changes with that changes with society. That changes in a wave. However, normalizing or making light of shit that's really important isn't. You have to do it with good taste, in good taste, not as a cheap fucking laugh. Marvel Comics has done shit like this, where it's like, oh, rape is a thing that happens to women, let's use it to push this male character forward and let them have a fucking thing. Yeah. But meanwhile, this other female hero just, is dealing with some shit that gets ignored in 2 issues. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But it
Bollywood
applies.
Movies also. Women's suffering is used as a tool for character development for the guy.
Yep. And it definitely goes both ways.
I'm so sick of seeing that. It's literally the worst. And women's actual pain and bodily autonomy is used for...
Yeah, and if... why I liked Wonder Woman was, and even Captain Marvel to that extent, is because they didn't use that... not Captain Marvel, maybe Wonder Woman. Because there's no trauma behind Wonder Woman, right? Except for obviously when she lost Steve. Oh god, not our Steve, the Steve in the comics, please.
Confirm Steve is dead.
He's dead. He's not dead.
We gotta quick, somebody, we're all gonna be pole bearers. He has to be held up by women.
So, Wonder Woman starts out as a hero, right? She's already a superhuman and blah blah blah, and very hopeful and very positive and blah blah blah, right?
I'm curious, Manya, how much do you know about the history of Wonder Woman? Like how she was created as a character?
I know the original comics, like kind of, but I'm talking about the movie. This movie.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just curious about like how much context do you have behind the development of the character?
Not much. I'm not an expert.
Oh, I'm gonna send you so much shit.
Do you want to burst my bubble?
No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis. Wonder Woman was created by a polygamist. The guy dated multiple women and
okay.
was
I think so. I saw there was a movie that came out on it.
yeah, and he was like super into bondage fetish type stuff going on.
Okay, I got
so
it.
in the
I remember.
early Wonder Woman comics, the reason why she has that lasso and shit, and she gets tied up all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. Okay.
Still sexual empowerment as far as I'm concerned, but hey, you know.
I mean, I don't know. It exploded.
Oh, Kwasa for 10,000. She's saying something. Oh, they're saying something. Sorry if I got your gender wrong.
Read it, Manya.
Ooh, if Miss Unicorn is interested about Captain Marvel, Google the incident called the R word of Captain Marvel.
The rape
of
that was
the comic incident that sparked a very interesting social debate.
That was the one I was actually referring to.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, my basic premise is give me a superhero that you don't have trauma to give character development.
That was part of the problem. Yeah, that was part of the problem. It's you know, there has been improvement. I'll give it that. There has been improvement, but you know, it'll take time. So remember when we were talking earlier?
Some more time, yeah.
Remember when we were talking earlier about how these people are scary? Yo, Incel blew off his hand making explosives. Incel blew off his hand making explosives to target hot cheerleaders.
What the fuck? And the top headline is, do you want to read that?
So sad that he killed his the only girlfriend he ever had because he blew off his hand.
Ah!
I mean, it's a funny comment.
That's a joke.
So I have to unshare.
That's a joke.
I have to oh, I can change windows. Okay, I'm gonna change the window that I'm showing you guys so you guys can see the actual story, and we'll look at the actual article as soon as it loads. There it is.
It's a New York Post.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go.
Incel blew off his hand, making explosive to target hot cheerleaders. Look at the splatter on his face, dude. Wow. He's not.
That must be from the sharpnels that he was trying to put on that bomb.
Okay, assuming this wasn't a mug shot and he like cleaned himself up a little bit, how ugly is this guy? Do you guys think? Assuming he didn't do this shit, by the way.
He's alright. He's not that bad.
Yeah, he's not that bad,
right? He's not that
bad. Okay.
No.
A sexually frustrated Virginia man blew off a hand while trying to make.
Why is the sexual frustration matter here? I don't get it. Like, why give that a priority? Okay, sorry.
His identity is an incel.
Yeah, it's because this is why he started making.
I don't know why.
Explosives.
I feel like it's like presented as an excuse. I don't know why. Maybe mention it as an afterthought. Why mention it there and then in the beginning of
Because I think
okay,
it is.
Sorry,
I think it's no. I understand why you're irritated. I think it's because that's his motivation. His motivation is because he was sexually frustrated. We'll get there.
Okay. All right.
So. Sexually frustrated Virginia man blew off a hand while trying to make homemade explosives. Ones he planned to use in a revenge attack on hot cheerleaders, according to federal prosecutors. Cole Carneri, whatever. Your name does not matter, dude. I hate to tell you. 23 went to a health. He's 23, so he's not in high school. He's 23.
He's in college.
Fuck? Okay. Went to a health clinic in Richlands last Wednesday, suffering from an amputated hand, amputated fingers, and the opposite hand, and shrapnel wounds to the neck and throat, the Department of Justice said. He claimed it was from a devastating lawnmower accident, but investigators found his yard overgrown, they said. Instead, they found evidence of a recent... What a dumb lie! Okay, listen, you're not getting... Okay, it's not your looks that aren't getting you laid. I hate to inform you. That is the worst lie I have ever...
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, it could have been that his lawn was overgrown and he had realized that he wanted to mow his lawn, and then he started his lawnmower after a long time, and he got the wrong end of it, and that's how he got the
wrong end of it. Oh well,
injury.
Congratulations. Now you're an idiot in a different way entirely. Now you're mechanically a moron. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, but investigators found his yard overgrown, they said. Instead, they found evidence of a recent explosion with explosive materials. Rusty nails, pipes, and pieces of flesh, prosecutors said. They also found parts of... Yeah, it's probably his hand. They also... Was his hand also wet, like white and sticky? Had like a bit of a viscous fluid on it? They also found parts of a scorched letter that referenced tension, quote, as he now approached the stage of hot cheerleaders, according to court documents. Quote, I will not be afraid of the consequences no matter what. I will be heroic. I will make a statement like Elliot Rodgers, who we've talked about, who was talked about by Ilya in her, that's the I'm the big fancy incel guy who killed a bunch of people, asshole. The one who wrote a manifesto. He allegedly wrote, referring to the 22-year-old killer hailed as the leader of the Incel movement. There you go. Roger killed himself in 2014 after killing 6, including 2 women outside a sorority house near Santa Barbara, California. He left behind a manifesto that has been a rallying point for online incels, short of for involuntary celibate, who justify violence against women as revenge for being rejected as sexual partners. This guy was charged with making false statements to law enforcement. You mean perjury? Online court records show
crime, if I'm not wrong.
Online court records show he is being held in custody pending appointment of an attorney. Now, an attorney would be like, nope. This was posted June 7th, 2020.
Oh, not long ago. Wow.
Yeah, this is relatively recent, but dude, I like how half the article isn't even about this guy. Half the article is explaining who Elliot Rodgers is. I get a bit of a kick out of that. I'm gonna be a martyr. Nobody's talking about you. Feels bad, man.
Go to the corner and sit down quietly, boy.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, the stuff that's on his face is actually, like, he got arrested when his house when his bomb exploded in his face. So
I think so, when he got injured, I think so. And he called 111 and he tried to pass it off as, my lawnmower, like, shredded me.
I saw another picture of this guy from beforehand. And, yeah, no, he doesn't have, like, these aren't moles or like, some kind of discoloring.
Yeah,
that's what
I thought. It looks like something exploded under his chin. So I think so those sharp lines, that's the general direction from down up. And that's how he got injured. And he must have been leaning over his fucking invention when that shit went wrong. So, yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
It wasn't a very powerful bomb.
Well, it depends what
we already know he's not the brightest bulb in the shed, alright? Like, come on, don't murder the man. Don't pick on him too bad. He was only trying to kill people.
It depends what you use in your explosives too. Some people just use gunpowder or stuff. Some people use more sharp stuff like glass pieces and screws and stuff. Like they said, they found like screws and rusted screws and stuff with like flesh on it, which he must be trying to. So he was going for maximum damage.
Absolutely. He was definitely going for shrapnel to be like, how much damage can we cause? And then it blew up in his face, and it didn't even cause enough damage to kill him when he was trying to kill. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't done. He was still working on it, obviously. So, maybe it would have caused more damage and would have been more successful. But given this guy's intelligence level, I mean, his IQ's only dumb high.
To be like, Thanos, I am inevitable, and clicks and nothing happens.
This is my nail. Just got done with awesome.
Oh wow, that's shiny. That's so shiny.
Do you wanna give everybody a quick tour of what you've been doing, and that will give me a chance to go take a whiz?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. 10 out of 10. I'll be right back.
Alright, everybody. So, I have this right here. This is an LED bar. When I put my hand under it, it turns on, and that's what sets the gel. So it's an actual like professional thing that you would get.
Oh wow.
And then I have these right here. This is just a bunch of sparkles and stuff. These are hexagonal sparkles. And then these are like foil flakes. I haven't been able to get any of the foil flakes to stay on my hands for very long. And then these are just a different kind of foil.
Okay.
And then I was going to, on my index finger, put, it's like metallic wire almost. So there's this.
So what do you do with that?
And so you just peel it off and you put it in strips on your nails. So that's what this is. On this nail.
Oh wow.
Is just lines of this.
Man, I don't have that patience. Seriously.
Yeah. I need my index
It requires
finger.
a lot of patience.
Oh, it does. But I like it.
I can't sit like I need some activity, like not this type of activity, but some other type of activity where I can, if you have to make me sit in a corner like this one, like what we are doing right now, that I've got friends around that I'm responding to and shit. Can't sit on my own like that.
Exactly.
Wow.
I concentrate on things when I have like mindless stuff to do. So basically, I take a nail and I peel back the I don't know what those are called, so there's like skin that covers the nail normally. You push it back and then peel it off. And then it gets a base gel. It gets the base gel. Has to sit. You choose your color, and then you can do a shiny or a matte coat. That's what all this is.
Okay, so do you place whatever your like the design or the accessory that you're putting, do you place it when the coat is wet or when it's just about to dry off? Like, how do you do that?
So I do the base. I'll do the base coat and then the color, and then I'll unless it has a sticker, unless it's a sticker, I'll put this down and that'll kind of adhere to the thing, and then I'll cure it and then go back and do a couple coats, because this like bubbles up. This gets really thick on the nail. So, yeah, it cures super hard. Like my nails, it almost feels like I'm wearing acrylics because it dries so well on the nail.
It's quite a thick layer, right? Like multiple layers. Yeah.
Here's a baby.
Whoa. Oh, kitty!
Oh,
Pussycat!
a little pussycat. Okay, so I'm gonna let chat decide. My nails are currently this spicy pink, but I have green or gold. 1 in the chat if you want green, 2 in the chat if you want gold, and 3 in the chat if you want a combination.
I stand gold always.
So let's take a look here. I put this one on just because I thought it was funny. I thought after like listening to somebody talk about blowing their fucking hand off to try and kill cheerleaders, gets left on red once. Misogyny. Fucking Batman over here.
Oh god, seriously? They
1
are
for
trying
green,
to
2
ruin
for
Batman
gold.
for me? Seriously? That's my first ever like superhero crush. Oops.
Okay, I'm thinking that we should skip the guy who's trying to sue Twitch for fapping too much. Should we skip that guy for now and come back to that?
Jesus. Unless there's some interesting update, then yeah, we can skip him.
I feel like that should almost be its own video. Dude is trying, because we're gonna have to look at the litigation.
Oh wow, that would be great. Maybe we can involve OPT lawyer with that and sit down and just make fun of it.
We can also talk about the other side to sexism, and the fact that the Twitch, like the main mods on Twitch, are banning men for doing the same exact thing that women are doing. But because
Tell us
they
about
think
it,
the
Nikki.
women are hot, they're not.
Tell us about
Do
it.
now?
Yeah, tell us about it.
So,
I don't know the
on Twitch,
extent of it.
I don't know exactly what they're being banned for, but I know like base level stuff. The men are being banned for the exact same things that women are doing, and the women are literally not even getting a slap on the wrist. And it's because
I know it was happening the other
Twitch
way
girls
before.
are so much
right?
hotter, so.
I know it was going the other way for a little while, where it's like women weren't allowed to do like basic normal shit because they were women, because it's like, oh well, you know, we can see a dude do squats for subs, but we can't watch a woman do it type shit.
Really?
This is just an example I pulled out of my ass, but yeah, it was essentially like women weren't allowed to show off, like show cleavage and shit, because it gives them an inherent, what's the word I'm looking for? Advantage in the Twitch-verse. Weird, right? Show tits,
this
get
is
paid.
more recently that I was hearing.
Yeah, that was an older one, so it's probably switched since then. It's overcorrecting the other way. All right.
Because they were,
go.
They got new mods or something? I don't know what those are called.
I saw some weird thing where they had, like, people who are Twitch affiliates and shit that were doing moderation stuff. That was like, what?
Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, I'm yawning.
I think I yawned first. You might have heard me yawn.
It happens like there's a joke, like if one ostrich yawns, all the ostriches in the herd will yawn, and the people watching that herd will yawn. So yeah, I think so. It's something like that.
TLDR, we went swimming and I accidentally flashed him. Instead of telling me, he kept checking out my boob until I noticed, but he's still a nice guy. Guy says, dude, why did you say it's makeup for the pool? Like, I was not like makeup, like as in you're making something up to me. Why did you say it's makeup for the pool? Like, I was not complaining about that. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. I feel like I was the one that left that situation happy. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. It was makeup for not, girl's response. It was makeup for not being a gentleman and telling me my boob was hanging out, LOL. I like the LOL at the end, that she's clearly like, fuck you, but I'm gonna soften the blow. Being a gentleman, question mark. Dude, I'm all about being a gentleman, but I'm also a 24-year-old virgin, and I'm really tired of it. Being the nice guy is part of the reason why I still am. I'm too nice and too scared to say what I want and just get left behind. You have nice titties, and shrug, shrug, shrug. I ain't complaining, laugh, laugh, laugh. You really think any other dude would have told you? Yes, I do think other dudes would have told me. I would expect I would expect most dudes to tell me that my fucking boob is hanging out. On the other hand, though, I do want to say this before you guys jump in. Being the nice guy is part of the reason why I still am. I'm too nice and too scared to say what I want and just get left behind. Followed by, you have nice titties, I ain't complaining.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a nice guy. Right there.
Yeah, but he's not too scared to say nice titties, by the way.
Right, yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, excuse me, wait, what? I can't with this. Why is it that these people always tend to fucking undermine their entire point in the same sentence?
They're like, oh, God. Like, that's what they do, right? The bros club. Again, well, do you expect other guys to tell you about that? Yes.
Yes!
Please don't compare yourself to other guys.
Man.
Just because you have, like, under the ground standards doesn't mean that other guys don't have standards. And don't
Why are you assuming
know.
that all men are just as shitty as you are?
Yeah.
Ooh,
No.
shit.
And that's when, and I think so that's what happens when women also talk about some men. They say, like, well, some men behave like that, and there are other guys who come in, not all men. That's
Not
what
me,
I'm saying.
even though I'm doing it right
There's
now.
a reason why you, I guess the guys like them feel uncomfortable, because they know there are guys out there who will try and group them together. So, yeah.
Listen, okay, so Mikey's in the chat, and he says, maybe not the first thing I would have said, but I would have gotten there. Listen, we all know that Mikey would have, like, done and said something, like, smooth as fuck. Like, he would have been, like, swung up to her, blocked out the boob, and been like, hey, your fantastic titties are showing off, and, I don't want to, like... Like something he would come up with something better than I could ever imagine in my brain hole, because I only have 62 IQ.
It's like it reminds me of that scene from Deadpool, that X-Men, what's the guy named, that Steel Man guy?
Colossus?
He's having this fight with with this MMA fighter, and suddenly her boob, like, shows up, and he's like, oh my god, I can see your boob, please move it away. And she's like, yeah, thanks. And then she just goes for the cross shot after that.
Colossus, ultimate if I'm not mistaken, Colossus is Russian.
Colossus, yeah.
Ultimate Russian gentleman. I have high expectations of Mikey.
Honestly.
And the thing is my high expectations of Mikey will get blown away every single time.
Oh my god, right?
So, Chemo also said something funny. They said, there I was thinking maybe he hadn't noticed the nip slip. TLDR. Instead of telling me, he kept checking him out my boob until I noticed he was looking.
Oh, wow.
Feels bad, man.
So, he's not too scared to not look. He's not scared when he's looking at the boob.
He's not too scared to stare.
He's not scared when he's telling women, like, you got nice titties, by the way. But yeah, he's generally scared. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, Mikey, the water must be really cold, huh? Is it too hot in here that you felt the need to drop your boob? I've noticed you're pointing east, says Bool. Oh my god! Wow, your one-liners are so good, my bottoms also seem to have fallen off somehow. Weird!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Shall we do?
Alright. I thought you guys might get a kick out of this, because this is the opposite side of the spectrum of, like, what is this bullshit?
Alright, let's do this.
If a fat woman wants to have sex with you, have sex with her, in all capitals. Listen up, men. If a fat woman approaches you and wants to have sex with you, you have sex with her. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. First of all, you should be fucking honored as shit to have the opportunity to have sex with a big, beautiful goddess. More importantly, you have to oblige, as she says, because if you say no, you are actively oppressing her with your bullshit, ridiculous standards of beauty. And let's face it, what you think is beautiful doesn't matter, because she can be as fat as she wants. It's her body, not yours. This has to be a troll.
Honestly.
No. By oppressing her with your fat-phobic...
genders here.
By oppressing her with your fat-phobic bullshit, though, you are likely going to be triggering her, and are thus violating her and her identity by violating her so viciously that you are in fact committing rape.
What?
Oh god, there's so much wrong in that. One, imagine if the genders were switched here, what would it sound like?
Listen,
Straight up
listen.
rape, like it sounds like now.
At the end of the day, it sounds awful either way.
Yeah.
I don't don't care what.
Yeah, it's awful either way, isn't it?
I don't care. This
But
is
what
just bad.
what we would have outrage about what most probably? I'm just saying that. And in the end, you are in fact committing rape by not violating someone's bodily autonomy? What?
You know what?
Refusing someone's sex is not violating their bodily autonomy.
So anybody who's a
First of all,
member,
get
if
your
you could,
concepts right, for fuck's sake.
anybody who's here who is currently a member, if you could do me a favor and spam the emoji, that'd be great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh god. So I essentially assumed that this was a troll, just like making a post on if you were to actually follow through with the standards that kind of get thrown out. Like, oh hey, if a woman is fat, you shouldn't like not have sex with them because of their how big they are, because now you're being like oppressive because of their weight. People have expectations. People have preferences, and people have standards.
Yeah.
Those standards are different depending on who you're talking to. That's not a bad thing. There's a difference between a societal standard and an individual standard. If you have a standard as an individual and say, like, listen, I'm not comfortable with this, or I'm not personally attracted to this, it's an opinion. It doesn't mean that this person is worth any less in society. It doesn't mean that this person is a bad person that you're saying I'm not interested in having sex with them. It is a personal preference. Same thing applies to gender, same thing applies to ethnicity, same thing applies to certain character traits, hair color, eye color, whatever. Everybody's got their things. You don't have to shame people for not liking something. That's so bizarre. So I just assume this person took like talking points that were like individually presented and then lumped them all together to make it sound ridiculous. Not that people don't make these individual arguments.
I can see that.
Yeah.
These are individual arguments that I've seen before, so I'm assuming that they like kind of just stack them all together, and when you stack them together, they just get, not only do they like on face value not do so well, but they just get worse and worse.
Oh. Wow. Oh dear lord.
Listen, there's no winning.
What?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Home sweet home. Smile face. Good. You sleep well? Oh, good. You sleep well. You too. Great kisser, by the way, winky face. Thank you, smiley face. Can't wait for more. I'm just gonna lay down and jerk off. This was their first date.
Smooth, bud. Smooth.
Maybe leave out that I'm not against you jerking off, but maybe leave that information out. Well, you know.
Why would he want to omit something so disgusting?
What?
Like,
why would you want to admit? Okay, why would you want to admit something so personal and you're not necessarily on that wavelength of communication? Weird.
Why ever would you want
maybe
to,
because
you know, take it
said
slow
no,
and
thank
not
you
be
for
gross?
the kissing, so he was like, "Yep, the floodgates are open."
Let's talk about my boner.
Oh god. Ay. Oh god.
Exercise maybe some subtlety and understanding of the person you're talking to. I like how this one starts though. Listen up, virgins.
Oh.
Same.
Oh. All right, I'm listening.
Day after day, I keep seeing you mongoloid virgins in here asking questions like, quote, what does pussy feel like? Or, quote, what does pussy taste like? And I'm fucking well sick of your shit. A vagina is like a new running shoe, okay? Are we all on the same page? Your vagina is like a new running shoe.
I'd rather read the Bible. That's the page I'm on at this point.
Listen, I don't know what you were expecting when it's titled "Listen Up, Virgins."
Oh god.
A vagina is like a new running shoe, okay? At first it looks good, smells okay, and fits rather snugly. As time goes by, it stops being all of those things, though, especially after being used repeatedly. Okay, I'm gonna hit the brakes real quick here. What does the amount of times have to do with smell?
It's the same analogy with like that it becomes loose over the time. That's the same. That happens with the shoes too, right? Oh god.
Honestly.
I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit.
It starts to look beat up, smells worse and worse, and things get kind of sloppy. You mean you get comfortable? Because usually breaking in new shoes hurt. My feet will tell you the story. My toes are fucking in awful... Look at my toe! It's fucked! I wore a new shoe.
Aww.
Listen, I'd rather have a woman who knows what she's doing, personally.
Honestly.
A vagina is basically a tripid reservoir of bacterial filth, with new bacteria and viruses being added every time a new strange cock goes in, bracket, which is usually fairly often because all women are whores, even mom. End bracket. I'm sorry, you what? It tastes like it smells. It tastes like it smells too. Wrong too, by the way. Sour with particular strongness. They all smell and taste like that. All of them. Want to know why? It's also a drain for bodily refuse, like dead cells, dead bacteria, and dead spermatozoa.
Are we sperm whales? Because I'm pretty sure that's what sperm whales have.
I think this guy is...
No, that's spermaceti.
I think
Maybe
this guy
about the sperm, the dead sperm.
I think this guy is implying that women, like, carry on whatever dick was inside them after the fact.
Oh yeah, it's just like dangling away.
This is mine now, I'm keeping it. I fucked it, it belongs to me. I keep it in my uterus off to the side. In this little pouch.
Yeah, some type of... Yeah, sometimes some animals do that, right? They leave their dick behind.
I really...
I think that's only octopus.
How many men... Oh, anglerfish. Anglerfish have the men bite the female and they latch on until they just fuse until they're just a dick sack. They're just a sperm sack.
Oh wow.
I didn't do it. So, okay, hold up. Does the man who's writing this not understand how his own sperm works and that it can only survive X amount of time before it's dead and gone? Or does he think it survives somewhere within the uterus?
I think so. He, like, a sac inside the vagina, or inside the cervix
like
area,
a kangaroo pouch.
and everything like swims in there for all the time, eternity, and then they're like little, like it's like a dead flying pool in which Joker fell and got us, you know, in makeup. Yeah, I think so. I think so. They think so, there's something like that. I don't think so. They realize that everything's discharged, and gravity helps with it and leaves the, you know.
It's gravity of muscles.
Or anything.
Muscles definitely help. Periods aren't a thing that would flush all that shit out anyway, even if it did hang around. Okay, so this is like an incredible negligence of biology for both genders from this person, and it's amazing. It tastes like it smells. Oh, we already did that.
I can understand that the vagina can smell, because we pee also from there, alright?
Well,
yeah,
no.
It can.
Well, okay, well, this guy probably assumes that you pee out of a vagina, which is not the case. You do not pee out of your vagina, right? So it's like this guy. This is probably. This guy probably assumes that that's the case. This guy probably thinks that you piss out of your vagina. And he does say refuse, so unless he's meaning periods alone, which seems to be the case when he says dead cells.
Yeah.
What viruses? Is he talking about STDs?
Maybe. Yeah. But guys also have it, don't they?
Yeah, that's a both thing. This is a both problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so why are you... I don't know, what, like...
Okay.
I think so maybe because they got irritated with that question, so they came up with the worst possible explanation to put someone off. Maybe. Like everybody was asking them that question and they became irritated and they were like, here, I'll
This is a gay recruiter. Only have sex with men because they don't have nasty ass vaginas.
Yep. This is the gay agenda.
Kyle, did you write this? Alright, that was offside. Okay, it's, it smells the way it does because it's full of decaying things all closed up in a moist, heated pocket.
Vagina closed?
He thinks women's vaginas are hot pockets.
I didn't know that we could close it as a pocket and then I don't have to worry about my, period refuse.
Oh, is that why men think that you can just have your period whenever you want? Is this like an option? It's like a mouth? So go ahead, stick your face in it and lick up all that stinking rotting slime. What the fuck, LOL. You, okay, I'm not convinced that this person...
That's a good response. That's a good response.
What the fuck, LOL? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I am not convinced that Listen Up Virgins was written by anybody except a virgin. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
This is
by the way, those who are wondering in the chat, women have like 2 parts of openings in the vulva. So one is the urethra, one is the vaginal. So we pee through the urethra, not the vaginal opening. So yeah, just in case you didn't know about that.
Yes, the bladder is
not inside of the vagina.
The bladder is a separate organ.
Besides it.
The bladder is a separate organ.
This is my last nail, everybody.
Alright, last nail for the last story.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I was just watching Nikki's last nail.
I am a 21-year-old female dating my boyfriend, 23-year-old male. Are we on the same page? 21-year-old female writing the post, dating the boyfriend, which is a 23-year-old male. I understand some people don't like their partner's body count, and it can be a deal breaker in some cases, but my boyfriend asked me what my body count was and told me not to lie to him, and I was completely honest to him. My body count is more than 10 but less than 20. Not gonna be completely
19?
Specific. 19 and a half. That last guy is just still mostly a virgin.
It was just a blowjob.
Just not gonna be completely specific, and he got upset right away and stated, since I'm a woman, I should hold myself to a higher standard. Okay, he has said that women go Manya.
How does what does standard have to do with your body count? I don't get it. Like, I can understand the standard is that you have a healthy, STD-free sex, and you look after yourself and you're healthy and and you don't feel pressured into sex. That's what a higher standard should be regarding sex, not the number of people you have had sex with. Like, what the fuck? Why is it a problem? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Seriously.
You know what's gonna upset this guy really badly? He only asked the number, like his body count, like the woman's body count, like how many people she had sex with. He hasn't even found out how many times she had sex with each of those people. Just throwing that out there as an alternative number. Just saying.
Aww. His Fifi's got her.
ego.
His BT is not. Oh.
This is an ego problem. Okay.
I don't understand how a woman's worth is decided on how many times she has had sex with how many people she has had sex. Like, why does it matter? I don't get it. I just don't get it. God.
Because for men it's viewed as an accomplishment, and for women it's viewed as being promiscuous and undesirable. It's a double standard.
Oh yeah, even though promiscuous
Sex is something that
applicable to
happens
both
to
genders.
women.
Sex is something that
It's not
happens to
something they
women.
want.
Right. Okay. My body count is more than 10 but less than 20. Not going to be completely specific, and he got really upset right away and stated that since I am a woman, I should hold myself to a higher standard. Therefore, men are at a lower standard, I guess. He has said that women who are promiscuous deserve to be treated like thots.
What?
I got offended
Oh yeah,
about that.
yeah. The number of people I've had sex with would determine whether I should be respected as a basic human or not, right? Fuck.
We do have time for a Q&A at the end of this, by the way, so if anybody does have any questions, be sure to @ me and let me know that you have questions, and I will be noting those for when we're done the last little bit of this garbage that we're finishing reading.
Shesh, I got a message for you.
Oh god. Are you asking me a question? Oh
No,
god,
I'm putting something in the Discord for you.
Helios says, I'm having this exact argument on Twitter right now, and I am using the argument to warn the younger men/women that people demanding to know that body count is a red flag for an abusive person. Yeah, if you're demanding, anybody making demands is probably should be viewed with caution. Move forward cautiously at the very least. Sometimes demands are reasonable, sometimes they're not. But if you're starting a relationship and that's the kind of thing that they're demanding, yeah, you should probably be like, why?
Okay, maybe
though?
it's a fair question to ask. Maybe it's a fair question to ask, like, how many times have you cheated on someone? All right, to know whether, to see a pattern there, whether
Why
they
would
might cheat
anybody
again or
be
not.
honest about that question, though?
Yeah, I know some people are. I get it. They like to start with a clean slate. I don't know. I've had a few people I know, 1 or 2 people who have done that, and have been quite successful at their relationship because they were honest about it from the start.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I understand that. So I understand that question, but I don't understand the number of people and blah blah blah. That kind of thing. I don't understand that.
We do have a question, and I'm going to ask it to Nikki directly. Nikki, can you please explain to us what a thot is?
A thot? I'm not sure. It's street lingo for like a nasty girl, as far as I've.
A woman who has many
woman.
casual sexual encounters or relationships.
Like a prostitute that doesn't make any money, but also very trashy.
Or a woman who just likes sex based on like what?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the way the term is generally used is just to be a woman who is. It's not always used properly. It's used as a derogatory term towards women who are comfortable about their sexuality. At best.
Yeah.
It's a slur.
Yeah, the purpose
essentially.
is to bring women down or to put them down. Yeah.
Due to their
to
sexual
objectify
encounters.
them.
Yes, due to their sexual
It's
encounters.
to make them into an object to disrespect.
And sometimes it doesn't even have to do with their actual sexual encounters. So like there's a picture going around of me now that somebody took a screenshot of me leaning forward during the last rum and coke where I was cooking, and I was wearing a shirt that cut low, so you could see like some cleavage going on and like a little bit down the middle. And so somebody would look at that picture and be like, oh, that person is a thot. They're objectifying themselves to get attention, which was not the case, obviously.
Yeah, that's the reason why Shesh wore that top. Yeah, to objectify
it definitely
herself.
wasn't because I was warm and the temperature is high and I was
not
cooking.
At all.
To be fair,
How dare a woman show parts of her body?
To be fair, I was feeling sassy that night, but not for sex.
It's funny though. It's funny, like back in my country, we wear saris. If I don't know if you know what that type of clothing is. So when you wear a sari, you wear a small top on the at the top, and so you have a like Shesh was wearing before you put a cloth on it, and so you can people can see your stomach. You know, the irony is people back home from where I come from they will prohibit women from wearing jeans, right? But they're okay with women wearing saris where you can see the skin. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So, atheist linguists, not saying it makes it right. I think from the perspective of evolutionary psychology, a man probably prefers women with low body count because he can be more assured that the offspring he's raising are his. Potentially, but this is 2020.
Yeah.
We should probably be beyond that, or at least even if you have those instincts, be able to rationalize through them a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They're saying maybe that's where it came from and has and gets justified, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and don't feel like you need to qualify yourself, atheist linguist. We understand where you're coming from. We're not gonna, if you come in here and call us all thoughts, we're probably not really gonna be that upset about it, to be honest. So, anyway, he said that women who are promiscuous deserve to be treated like thots. Whores, in this case. I got offended about him telling me that. Good for you.
Yeah,
he thought that
reaction.
Right? He thought that I'm overreacting for getting offended at him telling me that. We ended up making up and moving on.
Overreact.
And he doesn't mistreat me often. Often?
Often.
Wait,
Good.
I'm sorry. He doesn't mistreat me often. This is the standard difference we're talking about here. Anytime anyone mistreats you, there needs to be a conversation. He doesn't mistreat me often? Oh my god!
It's a
How
regular
is
thing.
any time mistreating
God.
you okay?
I don't know, maybe she's desensitized to it, or she's recently started seeing the pattern, maybe, and she's like just, I don't know, well, I don't know.
Often. He doesn't mistreat me often, but these are not words.
Before.
These are not good words to be in combination.
No.
But he has shown signs he doesn't trust me as much since that whole conversation. Like, he constantly needs to see my location now. Okay, there's been like 8 red flags here. Having a conversation about body count, okay, that could just be a normal conversation. Sure. Has issue with your body count, gets upset right away and has an argument. Says that as a woman you should have
like a 4-year-old.
Right? As a woman you should hold yourself to a higher standard, as if your standards for women are higher than men. That's completely arbitrary. Then women who are promiscuous deserve to be treated like thots, so deserve to be treated poorly. And that he's saying you're overreacting by getting offended by that. And then that he doesn't mistreat you often, but he doesn't trust you as much.
That's a whole list.
Wow, 7. I was right, it was 7.
Wow. Like the 7 Horcruxes from the Harry Potter.
Shit, yeah, Jesus, you gotta slay this goddamn monster.
Jesus.
Okay. And he needs to know your location. 8.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that is a big red flag.
All 7 of those all those 7 Horcruxes, red flags, culminated into being Lord Voldemort.
Yeah, which is the 8th Horcrux, including what's your location? I want you to raise 2 fingers right now and send me a pic.
Here's my 2 fingers. All right. Edit. He didn't specify that I wasn't a thought, and he was just calling me one. Oh, and he wasn't calling me one.
Oh,
so
so
you're
sweet.
Not a thought, but other women. Oh, okay. He says that he can respect
What's
women
the
but not
difference?
thoughts. There's the dehumanizing thing. If you have sex with too many people, or you work in the porn industry or the cam girl industry, or you are more promiscuous or more comfortable doing more or certain things with more or less partners, you are not viewed as a human. You don't get basic respect.
Down to sex, isn't it? And sexual activity, isn't it? Wow.
He says that he can respect women but not thoughts. There's the dehumanizing part. He says that it's his opinion,
So thoughts
and I
are not
was
women?
and I was right, exactly. And I was weird. I was weird for being offended. Gaslighting.
Gaslighting classic. Oh.
Oh, look, another one. What is that, 10 now?
Oh god, all
9.
of the above. But I will be rethinking our relationship. Good idea.
Thanks.
Good idea.
Thanks.
We got to red flag number 9, and then it's like, oh, maybe I should reconsider
Now
this.
they're like, yeah, something's going on.
Edit. Wow, I got more replies than I thought I would get. Thank you for all the advice. I have been trying to read every single comment, but there's a lot. A lot of you were asking what his body count was, and it was lower than me, which is also a reason why he hated my number. He's jealous!
So is he a thought?
So
Like
is
the
he a
male
thought? No, he's not a thought, because his number is lower than hers.
Oh,
And
okay.
also, men
So
can't
there's
be
a
thoughts
comparison
even
thing.
if they've had
Okay.
sex with 40 women.
Right.
I just can't. Shishi boo boo.
But I will be bringing this up later after I'm done work and have another talk with him. Yeah, you do that, sweetheart. I wish you nothing but the
sweetie.
best.
Much strength, much love.
Thanks for all the
Sweet
advice. I
advice.
ended up bringing it up yesterday, and it instantly turned into an argument again. Oh, he's so butthurt. He's so butthurt for someone who probably doesn't understand how butt sex works. In fact, because he doesn't know how butt sex works, is probably why his butt hurts so much. Womp womp. I'm throwing back to the first story. Doesn't know how, or second story. Doesn't know that you have to prep for that shit.
Practice your anal sex and use accessories to make it easier. Nope.
He asked me why I'm defending thoughts so much yet again. Back
Maybe
to the
because they're
dehumanizing.
women.
Asking me why I cared so much about what he thought about women who sleep around.
But
Why is it called sleeping
me.
around with you're a woman, but not if you're a man?
Yeah. Does he care about men who sleep around? Maybe start with himself then?
Meh,
Right?
you, sir, are a thought.
Fuck's sakes. You, sir?
Wow.
Excuse me, sir. I said good day.
I say good day to you. You are a thought. Think about it. It's so funny, like they don't set the same standards for themselves, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's either hypocrisy.
It's always the women.
It's
Women have to be
hypocrisy
pure
at
and
best.
pious.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy at best and a double standard at worst.
Yep.
I miss Sweet. I wish she was here.
Yeah, she would have been like, oh my god.
I have a
Alright,
whole
what's-
folder. I have a whole folder that's for parenting, and I'm like, we can't do the parenting one without Sweet here.
Yeah, nah. We need the expert on here. Okay, so what's next?
He then went on to say, I should have known better
Yeah, it's
than
not-
to sleep with so much guys, many, and that I knew what I was doing. So he called you a thought.
Yeah. Still, okay. What she should have known better about sleeping with so much guys. Like, what she should have thought better about of that.
What, she should
Like,
have
I
known
don't
that she
get
was
it.
gonna be in a relationship with a guy that didn't like that she had a body count higher than he did?
Higher than him? Yeah. She should have
Oh.
known about that. Yeah.
Hashtag jelly.
Oh,
I
God.
knew what I was doing. Let's do a quick reminder over here. I knew what I was doing. The female is 21 and the male is 23. She is 21 and has slept with more than 10 but less than 20. So when she was between the ages of before 21, she should have known what she was doing.
Oh, right. Right.
I'm with Smitty.
As if like she
Smitty.
wasn't young and she wasn't experimenting and figuring out how relationships work. And some people take go through a lot more partners to figure out how relationships work than others. Yeah, right.
You mean people are different? Go figure. I'm with Smitty though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with a girl that knows what she's doing. And as far as we
Right.
know, they said that their body count was less than hers, but didn't tell us what the number was. So I'm willing to bank that the
Yeah.
number was like single digits.
What about if it's just one less?
Like, well, no, I'm willing to bank that she's in the double digits, and he's in the single digits, and so she knows
And
way
how
better
do we
what
know that
she's
he's
doing.
not lying? How do we know he's not
Have a
lying?
good night.
And maybe his number is higher than hers, and he's just an insecure buffoon.
Because it's both.
Well,
He'd
men like
be
that,
bragging.
Men like that would like bump up their numbers.
Yeah, right? So odds are he's like, she's like, 15, and he's like, 12. Oh, you thought, but his number's actually like 2. That was my chipmunk laugh, I apologize. Okay. Oh, look, I was right. I knew what I was doing. He said I was a straight up thought in my past, but he loves me.
Now she's a thought because she kept on insisting, like, what the fuck?
But he loves me and is willing to look past it.
Oh,
He's willing to look
thank you
past.
for that favor.
He's willing to look past all the mistakes she didn't make because she was more comfortable in her sexuality
you're
at an
so
earlier
kind.
age. Aww. Oh. Oh, God damn it. Jesus Christ. What does this guy who's like 23 think of women who are like in their 30s? Who are like, no, this is just what I do.
The women in 30s will rip
We
them
know what
apart.
he thinks about them already.
Oh, their thoughts, right? Yeah, no.
Cougars,
fair.
they're cougars.
They've been ruined by society. Because it was society making the decision,
yeah.
not the woman, right? We've heard that one before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
wow.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, he's willing to look past it. Her response, yeah, no. Good response.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
I stood my
Bye.
ground. I stood my ground and said I can't be with anyone who sees women like that, and that I
Hell
wasn't
yeah.
going to let him talk to me like that. Good.
Hell yeah. Yes.
I broke things off and he...
Vindication.
Oh God, it gets better. I broke things off and he called me stupid for thinking he would let me
All right.
break up with him.
You are still in the relationship with me, even though you're saying you're breaking up with me. Do you get
Can I
that, girl?
please remind
Your
everyone...
consent doesn't matter.
Can I please remind everyone that the woman is the younger one in this relationship?
And has got a more sound head about herself than this guy.
Thank
apparently.
God! Oh my sweet baby Jesus. How many people get stuck in this bullshit? It's too many!
Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Dude.
God.
Fuck's sakes.
Grow up.
Huh.
Ugh.
Who?
FFS, dog.
Where was I? He wasn't gonna let me. He said, and he called me stupid for thinking he would let me break up with him, and that turned into a whole new argument, reasonable, about how I ain't loyal. You're not loyal to me because you don't want to be with me. Yes?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not loyal because I don't want to be treated that way. I don't want any favors in a relationship. Thank you very much. Fuck you.
Doesn't that depend on your definition of loyalty?
Yeah. Let's start from there, shall we?
She didn't cheat on you, asshole. She doesn't want to be with you, you fucking prick.
There's a difference there, you fucking moron.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You dense motherfucker.
And I ain't no ride or die chick. Good. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, she doesn't want to die with a partner. Okay. Fuck
No,
off.
she doesn't want to die. It's not even that she doesn't want to die with a partner. She's saying she doesn't want to die with an asshole who treats her like shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Why would you be loyal to somebody who thinks so poorly of you and of situations and is like such a misogynistic asshole? Okay, hold up. Hold on, wait a minute,
okay.
Put a little
The
up.
Goblin Queen is speaking.
I take my glasses off so you know it's serious.
Oh.
There is some bullshit that people will pull. I see this usually a little bit more at younger ages, not so much at older ages. About this ride or die or loyalty shit. I see it not in this kind of relationship for ride or die, but I see it with like streamers or like fandoms.
Yeah.
There is at 0 point. Loyalty is a two-way street. If someone is not meeting the expectations in the contract, like the social contract that has to do with that loyalty, like why you were loyal to them in the first place, then they're the ones who've broken the contract, not you. On the other side of that, ride or die is bullshit. You should reassess that regularly, constantly. Every time some new garbage comes out, if somebody says something that you're like, hey, wait a minute, and then then assess from there. If you're like, hey, wait a minute, I don't agree with this, or I don't think this is a good way to go forward, you ask that person, have a conversation. Don't go at them sideways necessarily, but be like, hey, what the fuck? And if they're an asshole to you, you owe them no loyalty. There is no ride or die here. They've already died. They've already done the dying part. Move on. You don't owe loyalty. It's kind of like the gambler's fallacy. I've already invested so much in this person that I'm going to stay with them no matter what. We see this with Uni. We see this with Katie. We see this with fucking the fucking group of fucking Steve trolls. They know that they're wrong.
Ride and die.
We have gotten through to some of them before. We've gotten through and they understand and they know. Fucking one of them, the FBI guy, was like, yeah, no, you're right, I was wrong. But he's still not gonna fucking be not a dickhead because he's a ride or die. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
No, you reassess that. Hell, if you need to, if you're so not able to understand arguments or directions or positions that people have, set yourself a schedule, reassess whether you're going to continue following this person once every quarter, like once every 3 months, and like reassess what have they been putting out, what have they been getting me into, what have they been what bullshit have they been racist recently, like what do you want for
Oh, you mean think critically?
Ah!
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's actually a good way that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put my glasses back on. I'm gonna be less serial. It's like, fuck, that got real for a second, and I fucking. Ride or die means you're either following the person until the end, or you're dying. Those are the two options. You don't get to not follow somebody anymore. You're either with them until the end, or you're dead.
Oh yeah, that too. If you can't be mine, you can't be anyone else's. Fuck.
Oh, fuck's sakes. Every single person I've ever been with has been like, when the relationship is ended, I'm like, you know what? Go, be happy. I don't give a shit. Like, at no point in any of the relationships I have ever been in can anybody ever say, I went out of my way to make sure nobody can ever say that I did not put fucking effort in. That effort was always there. So anytime I've ever been done with a relationship, it's go. Go be happy. I'm happy for you.
Be gone.
Enjoy. Be happy. I hope the best for you. There's nothing I have left to give to you. Please enjoy your life. Fuck. Fuck off. I can't.
Love wild dog.
So again, if anybody has any questions, let us know now, because we're going to be wrapping up after this. Yeah, no, I stood my ground and said I can't be with someone who sees women like that, and that I went off on a huge tangent. And,
that's fine.
And I said that I wasn't going to let him talk to me like that. Good. I broke things off, and he called me stupid for thinking he would let me break up with him. And that turned into a whole new argument, as it should, about how I ain't loyal or I ain't no ride or die chick. I also blocked him on all my socials, and he's still making accounts to contact me on. So he's a creepy stalker. So that goes into that you can't be with anybody else if you're not with me type mentality. Definitely made the right choice to end things. Also, to the people who messaged me saying he was right and that I deserve to be dumped, that nobody likes a used up chick and many other unkind words. It was so unnecessary, and I hope you all step on a Lego. Good, I hope you step on a Lego.
Stop your toe against a coffee table. Yeah.
I agree with that. I hope you step on a fucking Lego, you assholes. Nobody is used up. You don't get used up.
Stub your pinky toe on against a coffee table.
My pinky toes have suffered enough. Okay, so these are a couple of the comments that I grabbed. Opie sounds a bit unstable. Please make sure that someone else knows you broke up and what he's doing. This is harassment, and unfortunately as women, we have to be ready for it to possibly escalate. Be safe out there. Yes.
It's funny, like, how ignoring such stuff never de-escalates. Like, majority of this time, it doesn't de-escalate, but escalates it, and we are still advised to ignore it. Like, it's so funny, isn't it?
Right.
Irony just left the chat.
Make sure you don't make him mad.
Yeah, don't make him mad.
Oh, yeah.
Response from OP. Yeah, I let my brother know about our breakup this morning so that he doesn't let him into my house if he comes around. Thank you, though, I'm staying safe. You may need to tell friends too. He might start trying to message friends to try to get through to you. They might need to block him. Plus, it's just nice to get more support if you can. I'm gonna keep going before we jump into this because fuck this shit. Okay, first of all, I hope those people step on many Legos for the rest of their lives. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, I'll tell you guys after. Hold on a second. Second, please be careful. The threat about not letting you break up with him, psycho material right there. Get yourself some pepper spray and never let it leave your side. Continue to block him and change your accounts if you need to. Change the locks where you live, all of them, immediately. Set up something with a friend or family member, a security thing where you text them a specific time every day at like 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. every day like clockwork. If it's just a smiley emoji or something. If you don't text on time, they call and ask if you're okay, and sleep with that pepper spray. Seriously. Opie responds, yeah, I'll look into doing that. I've told family about our breakup and to not let him in if he comes around, but I'll definitely take some extra precautions for a while. And please report harassing Redditors to mods and admin. So I'm gonna stop.
Context is a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing screens real quick just so we can get back to this. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people. Whoops! Oh, I'm so wide. There we go. Woo! I feel like people underestimate the amount of bullshit that women actually, like the amount of threat that most women are under.
Oh yeah.
Regularly.
Oh, yeah.
This was, I just broke up with a guy who was kind of an asshole, and now I have to be afraid for my life, so that I have to inform my family and friends about my personal life to make sure that not only am I safe, but they're safe also.
Yeah.
This is such an underplayed part of what the fuck goes on. Sometimes people haven't blocked you because you're a bad person. Sometimes people haven't blocked you because they don't want to deal with you. Sometimes people have blocked you because they feel unsafe. And we noticed this with I think I'm sorry to bring up Jim again, but that's a thing that we talked about a little while ago. This motherfucker is essentially saying that, one, this person threatened me, like a credible threat. I have a black
got the
belt.
clip if anybody wants it.
Right, I have a black belt. I'm an ex-Marine, or I was in the Navy, whatever. I was part of the U.S. Army.
I have a one-go mode, and that is you end up drinking out of a hospital straw. Out of a straw, drinking your food out of a straw in a hospital. If you want to see my other side, then I can show you my other side. What the fuck?
He has actively said that he threatened me, and actively said in saying that, no, I told her that she needs to stay beyond arm's length of me, in the same breath as saying, well, I already apologized to her, and if she wants more of an apology, she can open my DMs, a more personal one. One, you're clearly not sorry for threatening me, because you're still threatening me. That threat stands.
And still demeaning you, and still making fun of you for expecting an apology.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't expect an apology. I don't want an apology. I want to be left alone.
Okay, I expect it for you on behalf of you, if I can.
I would expect it if this person wasn't a shithead.
Oh yeah, it's a shit.
But an apology for threatening someone is worthless if the threat is still there. If the threat still exists, it doesn't matter. So if this person is like, no, this person needs to stay away from me if I'm ever at any event, it doesn't mean that I just can't go to where this person is. But I also can't go to any event without confirming that this person isn't there, because I don't know what event they're going to be going to.
Your problem.
So here's the thing, though. This person wants me to open my DMs if I want an apology. Here's the thing, I don't want an apology. I want to not be threatened, and I want to be left alone. This person has been going on for how many months now? 6?
3 months?
3?
Yeah, minimum 3 to maximum 6, yeah.
I don't know how many it is. Actually, tell you what, I'm gonna look it up. I'll find out.
I think so. It's minimum 3 to 4, 4 months, if I'm not wrong.
I'm gonna find out the actual number, because the stream is where he threatened me is still up.
Okay, and it's not just Shesh.
Which is good, by the way.
Lady
it shouldn't be taken down. Go ahead.
It's another lady, by the way. Sweets. He wronged Sweets, and he refuses to even acknowledge that. And he pretends as if he has already acknowledged Shesh and apologized to her when he hasn't. And he doesn't even accept that he is wrong. He keeps trying to justify it by saying that the other side was hostile, so I responded with hostility. No, motherfucker, you dense motherfucker. You did not respond hostility with hostility. Hostility is just putting up a front and opposition. That's what hostility is. You've confronted hostility with threats of violence. All right?
Yeah. Threats of violence not hostility. Come on.
No, that's beyond hostility. Hostility is when you disagree on a topic.
Exactly.
That's what hostility is. And you are, or maybe the maximum you can be an asshole about it. All right?
Yeah, and there's a difference between what is taken as a threat and when somebody is like, oh, well, kill yourself, or oh, whatever. There's a difference between that and something that is, he went out of his way to demonstrate and say that this threat was credible. This wasn't an in-passing thing. And he has continued to go out of his way for 4 months to say that this threat is credible and double down on that threat. Yeah. So to say that you're apologizing to me, one, where?
Means nothing.
Well, okay, well, first off, where is the apology? Because all you have to do is link it. Where is this? I don't know where it is.
Give us the link to that apology.
well, yeah, not that I'm looking for an apology, because at that point, the second question is what are you apologizing for? If the threat still stands, what are you apologizing for?
Yeah. It's and it's so, and now they're trying to come back as if nothing happened. Gaslighting.
Oh, you mean the guy who said he was going to be gone from the internet for a little while, who never left, and has used the time that they said they were going to leave up until now, where they've never left, to continue to threaten me? That guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Guy.
Weird.
And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, guys, getting away with it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying his little subtle jabs, because he's talking about me, but he's subtly jabbing at both Sweet and Steve. He's ignoring Sweet, even though she's
standing up for their friends.
Right, so the thing is that Sweet was standing up for herself. She stood up for me too, but her thing was like, I was with this person. I could, if he was gonna snap that easily. And I've been in abusive situations before.
Yeah.
If he was going to snap that easily, I don't feel safe going around somebody who's going to snap that easily just because somebody disagreed with them.
Yeah.
That is not a safe environment. Yeah. Secondly, is that he's dismissing her in the entirety. Complete entirety.
He clearly said, I don't owe Sweet an apology.
And she met him in real life. This is a real-life threat to her. This is a real-life person, not just somebody on the internet. The other part of that is the subtle, super subtle attempt at manipulation that comes with that. Because the second part of what he had recently said, which was just the other day, was that, I thought brothers bond in the military.
Hold on, I can bring it up if you want.
Oh yeah, no, bring it up. Link it to me. I'll show it on screen so people know what we're talking about.
At your service, ma'am. Just give me a sec.
Hey, yeah, no, we're all good. We're all gravy. Manya, it's okay. That's not my legal name, and also my name is known anyway, so it's not. I try not to like make it obvious.
I was just being cautious. That's what.
Yeah. I should make a new one. You're correct. I should make a new one anyway, but it's the same as my Facebook.
I'm going to send the screenshot to you in the Discord. Right?
Oh, hold on. My face is taking up the kitty cat. There you go, kitty cat.
And I will put the link also. Hold on.
Perfect. I will share screens so people on the outside can see. Like, I can't believe this is still going on. This is somebody who's like, oh, I don't want to cause drama, and oh, I don't want and drama, blah 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 blah. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the commandment, the 23rd commandment of theirs is that anybody will disengage from hostility whenever the hostility arises, but also we're not interested in perpetuating drama. Why is it okay for them to disengage from any hostility, but it's not okay for anyone else to disengage from hostility? Like, blatant, doubled down, continued for 4 months threats of hostility if I ever travel to any convention whatsoever across the planet? The fuck? Yes, it was on Steve's stream.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll link it.
Sick and tired of people like him getting away with this gaslighting and belittling of other people. Just cause, oh, my bro in arms. Fuck you!
When was it ever okay?
Stupid behavior. Not stupid behavior, abhorrent behavior, sorry.
When was it ever okay for somebody in the military to treat anybody in that manner? Gender notwithstanding.
Yeah. Isn't that supposed to
and
be
it's
like
so
our
funny
thing?
that I see this guy. He has done this to. If you see the response to my tweet that I put up in my reply to his tweet, he disregards women most of the time. Majority of the time, he ignores and disregards women. So I wonder where the problem is. Fuck.
Well, here's the.
I'm not saying that's my personal opinion, but I think so. He has a problem with women.
Well, I put it up, so somebody's got a fan going. I think it's Nikki, real loud.
I think so. She's drying her nails.
Oh no. So here we go. I wish I could see. So Steve is saying something about you believe.
Just give some context. They're inserting themselves in a conversation here where they were not tagged at all.
There's clearly a conversation going on about justification. for a while, and it says, okay, so you believe they do not, and you can justify that, I assume. So, I have seen no flying unicorns. Unicorns do exist, therefore I do not believe that they do. As to whether I believe that they do or not, question mark, I don't. So you believe they do not, and you can justify that, I assume, right? So guess what? They're talking about atheism and agnosticism. Shocker.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe they do not. Before trying to lecture me, do your best to understand English. Then what is your epistemic,
different topic. Like.
Thank you. For the non-existence of flying unicorns. How do you tell me with your knowledge that you logically that epistemic justification of the non-existence of flying unicorns? I wish I could see the entire dialogue, but alas, Steve chose to be a child and block me. A Marine's friendship bond is a lifetime commitment, but apparently I'm now a violent psychopath because I told one of his hostile troll friends to keep 1 arm's distance from me at future public events.
You did more than that, buddy. You did more than that on multiple occasions. Not only in the videos, but also in DMs. So, yeah, bring it on you. Okay. What does this whole tweet have to do with the topic being discussed? What does
Nothing.
them being
It's them bitching that Steve has them blocked.
With anything in that conversation?
It's them bitching that Steve has them blocked.
Yeah, just bitching about that.
So, okay. I want to break this down real quick. I wish I could see the entire log, but alas, Steve chose to be a child. How did Steve choose to be a child? You made threats, and he decided not to associate with you because you were making threats. And block me.
So
why is
that
it
being
unreasonable?
A child? That's being a very, very rational human being.
Why is it okay for your 23rd commandment to say that it's okay to remove yourself from a hostile situation?
Oh, okay.
A Marine's friendship bond is a lifetime
but no one else
commitment.
can.
A Marine's friendship bond
really?
is a lifetime commitment. No matter what they do? No matter how they behave?
Really?
Is that the case?
Really?
And even if that is the case, emotional manipulation. But apparently I'm now a violent psychopath. When did anybody call you a violent psychopath? Did Steve ever call you that? Who called you that, and where did that come from? Because I told one of his hostile troll friends. I enjoy that he doesn't want to name me, for one.
Yeah.
Two,
So
he's
apparently apologized to a troll.
Apparently.
That's what he is. Apparently. And we still don't know where that apology is, though.
And hostile. To keep 1 arm's distance from me. So yes, he's admitting to making a threat. Like a physical threat.
And it was more than that.
Oh, get lag.
Just don't drop down.
Sorry, Money, you're gonna have to repeat yourself. I got a lag spike.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was my fault. Well, it wasn't anybody's fault. It was the internet. Say what you're gonna say again.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't just this one, right?
Right.
It was multiple threads, and I thought that even one should be enough, isn't
well,
it?
this is July 19th, 2020. This thread is continued. Obviously.
Yeah.
From me at future public events. So this includes any event that is public that they attend. This isn't... So at first I took it as if I shouldn't go to wherever they are at whatever event. Now this is extended to any public events.
Oh, yeah.
4 months... 4 months. 4 months this motherfucker's been threatening me. And they make it clear that this is a continual, ongoing threat. So I want to know, I saw a big uproar about David Worley's being comfortable at events and potential assault that might happen at said events and what those places are going to do to protect those people. What happens if I go to any event that, like, you know, such as Faithless Forum, which takes place in Texas, where this person is? What protections are going to be there for me? Because not a single person from that community has said a goddamn thing about this.
Wow. Yeah, you know, women's safety doesn't matter, you know. Why should it?
Not if it's
You
me.
know? It's all bros, you know. It's all bros.
So, Manya, if you want to
Ride
read...
or die, you know. Ride or die shit.
Right. Manya, read out what you said. I'll be 1 second.
The woman you're calling out, this is my response to Atheist Edge, their tweet. The woman you're calling out a troll was intimidated by Jim with threats of violence, and then he gaslighted her and another woman. Don't try to emotionally manipulate your fellow mariner. Looks like women and their opinions don't matter to you. It's all about the bros club, no? Fucking moron. And then Atheist Edge is, her reproductive plumbing is irrelevant in this. Oh really? I apologized publicly and I will do so directly if she unblocks me. Oh, conditions applied. I apologized publicly. Where is that apology? Can someone look around? You know, provide the link please. I had a chance to look at your social media. That's me. He's talking about me. You are a bigger shit posting provocateur than she is. I'm disengaging from future dialogue with you. How convenient, isn't it? Disengage with any dialogue with someone who's calling out your shit. Your emotional manipulation. How convenient is that? And is a woman. Wow, what a big coincidence, isn't it? So that's me calling out their shit. Like, so the apology comes with conditions. Running away from accountability. It's funny, you have ignored 2 people who you have wronged and both of them are women. And you belittle them, calling them trolls for expecting apology for your own appalling behavior. You think we don't see your smokescreen of trying to emotionally manipulate a former colleague in arms. Atheist Edge, gaslighting and manipulation. I wonder to which group of people these characteristics belong to. Gaslighting and manipulation. Who do that? What kind of people do that? I wonder. I would let the live chat put in there if they are interested to point out. So you can see, like, they insert themselves in a conversation which is where they have not been tagged. It's a simple conversation about atheism and agnosticism, and they insert themselves in there, and then they're trying to emotionally manipulate someone. First, they belittle them, calling them a child, and then they try to like emotionally manipulate them. The ride and die kind of shit. So in the same tweet, you are belittling them, calling them a child for acting like a rational human being, and then you are trying to emotionally manipulate them. I wonder what kind of people do that. Just thinking, you know. What do you think, Jesh?
I have a question. This person says I need to stay away from them at any event. How am I supposed to know which events that they're at?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know? Here's the thing. If you recall, the thing that I called out was his egregious, something that shouldn't be on YouTube and should be on Pornhub, dick sucking of Kyle Curtis. And his apologizing for memes.
Yeah, but not for making threats. Nice.
So, this being the case, the people, if you recall, that he was trying to placate to, whom he named in that video, were people like Shannon. Correct? You remember that?
Yeah.
If those people are going to be going to these events, am I gonna get barred from these events? Or is he gonna get barred from these events?
Barred. He's the one who's making threats, not you.
You would think. But have any of them spoken out about this? The person running things like Faithless Form are like holy Kool-Aid. The Faithless Forum takes place in Texas. I can't go. I don't count because I hang out with Steve, though. Even though I am actually an atheist and I do advocate, I'm not an activist.
You're a human to start with, you know?
Well, I'm a human to start with.
Safety, you know?
But, you know, whatever. I don't count because I am no Steve. And I work with Steve, I guess.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You're not big enough, shit. Bullshit, yeah.
Where's the fucking...
And
where's
they're
the
still
outrage?
getting away with it.
Well, they're still going for 4 months.
They're getting away with it. Yeah.
And then they keep going about fucking some shit.
And
but,
the
like,
funny thing is, Shesh.
The continued threats.
Yeah. It's not like they're saying, oh, I shouldn't have made it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Nothing. Nothing.
Well, let's look at this real quick.
This is not hostility. These are threats. If anybody goes to internet and finds out the definition of hostility, it's just being an asshole about, you know, the maximum it is that you are being an asshole about a disagreement. That's what it is. That's a threat.
So
to someone's physical.
One of my favorite things to do when people are trolling and saying bullshit is to actually break down what they've said. So let's break this down, and this will be the last thing we do tonight. Her reproductive plumbing is irrelevant in this. Dehumanizing, but okay.
Yeah.
I apologize publicly. Where?
Where?
I will do so directly if she unblocks me. Why would I unblock somebody who directly threatened me and is not apologetic for the threats themselves? Clearly the threat still stands, so I don't know what you're apologizing for, and because I haven't seen your public apology, I don't know what you're talking about. I've had a chance to look at your social media, Manya. You're a bigger shit-posting provocateur than she is. Okay, first off, I take umbrage with that. No, you're not. I admit that Manya's a mad lad.
Yeah.
Manya's 100% a mad lad. However, I'm gonna put a caveat onto this. I've been playing nice for months. I've actively been playing nice because I have been entrenching myself within these communities and getting prepped for Non Sequitur show. Because I'm not a moron. I understand that if I go and I start shit with people, it affects Non Sequitur. And I'm not going to do that until Non Sequitur is ready to go and ready to jam and we are going in a direction. That does not mean I don't plan on starting shit with people. So I take umbrage with this. However, Manya is absolutely a mad lad, and credit where credit is due. This bitch don't give a shit.
Give a shit.
10 out of 10 would fap again. I am disengaging from further dialogue with you.
How convenient, isn't it? It's another woman he's disregarding, isn't it? And he thinks that the reproductive plumbing is irrelevant for some reason.
Well, except that he thinks he's stronger than I am and can be intimidating. But all right, Nikki, I want to get your take on this real quick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what Mani said. The woman you are calling a troll was intimidated by Jim with threats of violence, and then he gaslighted her and other women. Don't try to emotionally manipulate your fellow mariner. Looks like women and their opinions don't matter to you. It's all about the bros club, no? Can you tell me one thing that Manya said that is addressed in Jim's tweet?
Literally none of it.
Literally none of it. Okay, that was an easy one. I'm gonna give you.
Right?
I'll give you one that's. I'm gonna give you another one that's a little bit more difficult. Can you tell me if there is any more gaslight? Because obviously he lied before. Lying is not gaslighting. Those are two different things. Obviously he misrepresented at best. I've already demonstrated that the motherfucker's a lying piece of shit. But can you please tell me if there's anything in here that is manipulating the narrative that's not necessarily gaslighting Mania?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of it.
Do you want me to read it again?
I mean, he deflects a lot.
Yeah.
Of the stuff. I think it's been like
he said he apologized publicly.
Yeah, I'll read it again. Her reproductive plumbing is irrelevant in this. I apologize publicly and will do so directly if she unblocks me. I've had a chance to look at your social media and you're a bigger shit-posting provocateur than she is. I'm disengaging from future dialogue with you.
Yeah. So Steve can't do that, but he can do it.
And I can't do that, but he can do it.
Either, yeah. Exactly. And you don't deserve an apology because you're disengaged with him for making threats. Okay.
He's blocking Manya just for like shit posting. But then he's trying to call you out for blocking him because you feel
that wasn't the shit post. That was a reasonable thing to say.
He's curious
but he's like, oh, but your page is shit posting, so...
I'm curious as to what has Manya posted that's shit posting. I agree that she's a mad lad, and I do agree that she's like, bitch, I'm sorry, you what? But how is that shit posting? Because there's a big difference. I am admittedly and proudly a shitlord. I absolutely cause problems on purpose. I am the goose game incarnate. However, that doesn't mean, one, I don't have a point sometimes, or two...
You have a point, yeah.
That Manya has done shitposting. Manya's pretty good about not shitposting. Helios called me out the other day on Caffeine Corner, and I was like, oh, how dare you! We were talking about the pyramid, or the triangle of argumentation, and the pinnacle being like you're actually addressing the point in a concise manner, and then working your way down to just name-calling. And he called me out for, like, Chesh starts at the top and then works her way down the pyramid. And I was just like, how dare you call me out like this, but you are 100% correct. That as this person's, if they start at the bottom and I start at the top, I guarantee you I will meet them at the bottom. I mean, it's not like they're going upwards.
You on their level.
I will start at the top and give them an opportunity to have an actual reasonable discussion with whatever criticisms they have, and then as they shitpost, I will shitpost more and more and more and more.
Honestly, that's the best way to go about it if you don't want to waste all of your energy.
Well, there's no point in engaging honestly with somebody who's not engaging honestly. Now, that doesn't mean I lie to the person. It doesn't mean that I, like, misrepresent shit. It just means that my argumentation starts to slip on how good of an argument it is. Because at that point, I'm just throwing whatever they said back in their face, because I'm like, I don't give a shit about this. This is why I do, like, if I'm on my phone, I will straight up take on 3 or 4 confirmed troll accounts at a time and still outpace them because their shit is garbage. Like, there's nothing of any value. Like, there's nothing that needs to actually be considered at that point. Also because I'm a shitlord.
That'll help.
God. I'm just fucking tired of, like, people like him getting away with it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, this person is obviously trying to get, like, Holy Kool-Aids and Shannon and, like, those people's attention. But if this person is trying to get your attention, maybe you should say something about it if you're actually going to stand by what your ethics are. Now, again, this is not to shit on Shannon or Holy Kool-Aid. Like, there's odds are they haven't even seen this shit. To be fair.
Yeah.
There's a decent chance that they haven't seen this whatsoever, and that's not to say that they're bad people even if they choose not to address it. But at the same time, this is the kind of behavior that people who think that they can reach to you, these are people who think they're going to get your attention, it might be worthwhile to nip this shit in the bud and be like, no, fuck you for treating anybody like this. It doesn't matter whether you agree with them or not. Non sequitur shit notwithstanding, you're going to apologize for memes and suck Kyle's dick. I mean, if for memes, for like my jokes were maybe a little bit malicious, what apology should be expected? Right.
You're gonna do all this other stuff. Oh, here, let me threaten you. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Let me legitimately threaten you and say that I could just lose my cool at the drop of a hat because you're mad at me and called me out. Oh. That is not what I want to see in an ex-Marine either. Like,
right? This person has gone out of their way to to say that their threat is credible. Now, on the other hand, to be fair to people, they might not know. They might not know. But at the same time, when you have larger audiences, when you have a lot of people tweeting at you and trying to talk to you, you're not going to catch everything. You're not going to get everything. But it's not like Shannon and I don't know who each other are. Shannon is actually blocked by me on Twitter. The reason Shannon is blocked by me on Twitter is for respect for Shannon. I saw her tweeting some shit. Request. She didn't request. She was saying some shit, and I'm like, maybe I'm taking the shit she's saying the wrong way based on the situation that I'm in. I don't want to incidentally start a fight with her. I don't want to start internet drama with her. I'm going to block her so I'm not tempted, and I'm not going to misunderstand what she's saying. I took a little bit of umbrage when she supported Demi in calling Steve a fraud, that he was participating in fraudulent fundraisers. However, I wasn't going to call her out for that. I'm not going to, cause a bunch of fucking shit for no reason. I'm going to remove myself from the situation so I'm not going to get irritated and cause unnecessary drama. However, you've got people who are actively trying to threaten me, coming at you and trying to be your friend. Have you looked into these people? Have you... are you going to? Is there going to be any kind of follow-up? Because in some cases there should be. This is a global threat to me directly. This is a threat to, again, like I said, I took it as if it was just Texas. However, that's not they've made it clear now that that's not the case. It is anything that they attend. So what safeties am I guaranteed? Is this person going to be blacklisted from any atheist conventions? I don't know. Nobody's reached out to me. Nobody's tweeted to tell me shit all. Or does it not matter? Does it only matter if they're buddy-buddy? If they play your game? Or because I'm friends with Steve, I don't count as somebody who plays your game? I don't agree with Steve about being agnostic. Why? Because I'm an atheist. But my atheism and my position on that apparently plays second fiddle because of my friendship and partnership with Steve. Weird. Something that shouldn't be relevant. Well, something that shouldn't be relevant to philosophy and to religious affiliation plays a really large part in the group of people that are so against or so part of this wokish SJW / atheist plus culture. I would also like to point out, at what point have I ever been against anyone who is trans? Hell, how much time did I spend helping Sarah or Demi? Or Jen?
Wow, yeah.
Either of them.
Yeah.
And what trans am I? If I'm not mistaken, one of the first times I showed up in any kind of major hangout, I was accused of being trans, and my response was, and that's an insult? Well,
why, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we are okay with him getting away with this. Like, not we, but in this community in large, or they don't know about this shit. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. So
yeah, I don't know. What, blah, 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 do we want to end on with, I don't have anything funny to end with. This is just dumb shit where I've been threatened for 4 months. I'm sorry, I brought everything down. I'm a bad host. Oh,
start
no.
sharing your feelings about something that has been going on for so long and is actually, you know, harmful for you, like for your mental health and everything. Don't be sorry.
I am lucky
This is
that
your channel.
I am so lucky that I am not somebody who gets stressed out by stuff like this. Like, I'm not, like, this doesn't enter my normal day-to-day mindset. Like, I don't give a shit. But can you imagine the kind of mental state or strain I would be in if I was in somebody, like, if I was supposed to go speak at one of these events and I was somebody who gave a shit? Realistically, my attitude is essentially, come at me, bro. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got shot. Fuck.
I live in Canada. We have universal health care.
Fuck. I guess I'll go fucking back home, I guess. Shit. Fucking on the plane with a fucking gauze on my side. Like, I got shot. Fuck. I went to Texas.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and it's obviously not everyone who lives in Texas. Obviously. Like, Egghead lives in Texas, and Egghead's a doll. I love Egghead. If you guys haven't met with Egghead, you guys need to go follow Egghead on Twitter. He's fantastic. His TikToks, sublime.
Nice. Oh, Egghead. Is that who you're talking about? Or is it someone else?
Oh, Egghead's great. Yeah, Egghead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
10 out of 10.
He does like these collaborations on. You can do that on TikToks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's great. But let's wrap it up. We've been live for quite a while. We are up to, God, how long have we been live for now? Fucking almost 3 hours.
I guess.
3 hours almost. Quarter 2.
2.5. I think.
Hey.
Yeah.
I went to Texas and all I got was COVID and a bullet. Oh no! It's really
Texas is really bad right now.
Oh my
like,
god! It's bad
Texas
times.
and Florida.
Oh my god! And California? At least New York started to step their shit up.
I don't want to
Holy
brag,
shit.
but New Zealand's like, yeah, you know, we are not in lockdown anymore. You know why?
Canada's
because
in really
we listen
good
to the
shape
health
too.
experts.
Right? We're in
Because of
step
your
3 of
amazing
unlock.
president.
We have a amazing prime minister. We don't have.
Yeah,
a
you guys have prime
president.
minister.
Her name is
Yeah.
Jacinda Ardern.
Okay, I have a really low IQ of 62. Where else has a president besides America?
Hey!
India. India has a president.
Okay.
Yeah.
India has a president.
We have a
America has a president. Is there anybody else that, like, because I'm noticing some similarities already, and I want to see if that gets broken. Are you googling it? Are you fucking googling that shit?
Yes,
That
I
is
am.
cheating.
Because I'm that good. Sorry.
I guess you have an IQ of 62 too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the one who called her president.
I guess that puts you at 61.
Exactly.
Oh.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Maggie's saying Mexico.
That makes
Brazil.
sense.
Brazil. Oh, okay. Brazil, Brazil, India,
Oh.
America,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, Mexico. Okay, listen, I'm seeing some really similarities that I don't think I want to be seeing right now. I'm gonna pass this off to Steve and Atheist Pastor over on their Over and Under show, which is tomorrow. I don't know if they'll talk about this topic, but I'm gonna propose to them a topic of why presidents are a problem.
You might. I think so. There's a correlation causation going on here. I think so. Something like that.
Maybe.
Because you see, in India.
What? No, Finland? Hold on, Manya. Does Finland have a president? Because that would blow my whole thing out of the water.
Yeah, let me just.
Finland's in pretty good shape.
Oh,
by the way, Canada, Ontario was like in full-on shutdown. Ontario is now in stage 3 of opening everything back up.
I don't think.
All right. Let's wrap up. We're back on the politics now. I already drove way off the cliff of bullshit. Hopefully we'll get to hear. I'm gonna be away next Saturday. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow and Thursday. I'm I am moderating a debate about, I think, Sasquatch on Dapper Dino's channel sometime this week. I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be. And then I'm going to be gone for a week.
Nice.
So, besides that, we'll be back. We're gonna miss a week or two, and then we'll be back regular with that time of the month. If there's any topics you want to talk about or anything you want to add to the conversation, or if you have any questions for us, feel free to please leave them in the comments. Links might not show up right away, but they will be put up. They'll be approved by me. Don't worry about that. You know, unless it's porn, and then I'll probably have to be like, I'm sorry, I can't post the porn. So no porn self-promotion. My apologies. Unfortunately, this is not the platform for it. Now that we're already demonetized to hell and back after COVID talkings. Other than that, I'm probably going to be playing Portal tomorrow night. If anybody gives a shit, it will be Portal 2. Manya, me and you are supposed to do a Goblin Reads. Do you want to do that sometime this week?
Sometime when? You just cut out, sorry.
Do you want to do it sometime this week?
Yeah, we could do it sometime this week. If you're available at weekends.
Unfortunately, no. This
Friday.
weekend I will be leaving on Saturday.
Dang it, you girl!
Okay, so next weekend, Goblins Reads with a guest, Manya. Next weekend, I'll be back on Saturday, so we will either do that on Saturday or we will do that on Sunday. We will work out. If you want to post porn to me, you need to send it in DMs. Just saying. Bonnie, are you working on anything right now? I know you're talking about a math video.
I am. I'm trying to work on it. It's just so hard. I didn't realize that I've been away from university so long, and it's like,
oh.
Yeah. And of course, you know, other stuff that's going on in the background with all the search that I'm doing. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get my wits together this weekend and come up with something. Yeah. Or I might end up doing a live stream criticizing Jason's documentaries.
What documentary? He hasn't put
but
any documentary out.
So-called documentary. Sorry, trash in the name of documentary.
Documentary in our sarcastic tone.
Oh yeah, and like with the sandpaper grating voice. Yes.
So there's somebody who follows us named Todd, and Todd has one of the most luscious voices made of like thick, creamy butter. And I told him the other night that I was like, listen, I would be way more willing to listen to the garbage that Unirock spilt if it came from your voice. So if you could just do a quick synopsis for me, that'd be great.
Yep, I was witness to that. So, HMU, what does HMU mean?
I'm sorry, what?
Todd says golden unicorn, HMU for that, please.
Hit me
what
up.
Was that?
Hit me up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see what I want to put up first, whether it's my math video or is it, because Jason, yeah, he's there, you know. So if anybody takes it up before me, I'm not going to mind that at all. And if you want me in as a guest or something, I can come on. But yeah, my main focus will be my math video that I want to get done sometime soon. Yes, I'm trying. Okay, yeah, that's me. Yeah, and I will miss Shesh when she's gone next week, but she deserves that break.
I'll
After
only be gone
what
for
she
a
has dealt
week.
with.
I will, however, as far as I know, not have internet. If I do have internet, I'll check in intermediately, but I'm not really. I'll essentially be AFK for about a week. It's the same time as I was gone last year, so it's only a week. I'll be back that Saturday, so I'll probably catch up either Saturday night or Sunday during the day. Nikki,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Yes.
We still need to set up our DOMs and subs BDSM stuff. That'll be when I get back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll have to
Nice.
figure that stuff out. But I'm not really doing nothing much. I'm just piddling away on my Twitter. I post pretty regularly.
Go follow her Twitter. It's pretty hilarious. And hot sometimes.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
Don't look at my likes. It's all porn.
Okay, to be fair, I know you said likes, but I heard legs, and I definitely posted a picture of my legs, which I have not shaved in like a month. And I was like, these puppies are... Which is kind of bad because, okay, check it out. I'll pull my camera down. So my legs, that's as hairy as my legs get. That's it. That's really not a whole ton. And the thing is that it stops.
Yeah, mine.
The top part of my leg,
is
not
an
hairy
Amazon
at all.
jungle.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just my
mine
luck,
is a
man.
rainforest. Mine is a Indian rainforest or an Amazon jungle. I can guarantee you that.
That's just my luck, man.
Yeah, you got the
okay.
jeans, hon. You got the jeans.
Links in the description below. I don't plan on bringing up Jim again unless, obviously, if this shit fucking continues on and on and on. So maybe
Well, if
another...
he pulls up another,
in another 4
if
months.
he pulls up another stunt, I'm going to call him out.
Another 4 months, we'll see. However, we may get Sweet's take on this at some point when she is back around. Probably not next week, but potentially the week after we will be able to talk about it again, depending on how she's feeling and if we think it's relevant. Other than that, please leave your comments. Let us know what you think. If you thought these were funny, if you thought these were cringy, we'll probably do another relationships one soon because, oh god. This one got kind of dark.
Yeah. This is like, ooh.
And we'll see, guys.
It's a dark topic. Yeah.
It kind of is. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
1 week. Good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
We got that